All right.
Do we have Liz tonight? Does anybody know?
Do we what?
Do we have Liz tonight? Do we know?
Yeah, she just got here.
Ah! Love that.
Let's get your
Love
ass
that
out
for her.
there. No.
Okay.
That's mild at best.
Don't betray me tonight.
Okay.
I'm kicking you out.
Can you yell at my dice too?
This one
My body doesn't really
historically
want me to swallow it though.
like rarely rolls above a 10.
Oh god.
He historically just has terrible.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Jeremy, I love your Subaru. When did you come out of the closet?
Hello to you guys.
Here's the thing: is I did not know that Subarus were like a lesbian thing until
You didn't?
No, I didn't know that until like
After you bought the Subaru?
after I bought the Subaru, and then Annie was like, "Yeah, that's a thing," and I was
Hi,
like,
Parker.
"Wow."
It's fine. Honestly, if anything, you and lesbians can look at each other and go, "Yeah, I get it." And they're like, "Yeah, I get it."
Subarus are wonderful vehicles.
They're actually really good.
Yeah,
They're
it's
really
super-
good.
Yeah,
He
that's
can
been
just pull
great.
up beside another Subaru and
I didn't
Just
know.
give
Yeah,
him a
pretty much.
I have a number of female engineers that I
We're at
worked
the same
with
page.
who drove Subarus,
we know.
and they're wonderful. They're wonderful cars.
We know.
Subarus can be like a dad van.
It is for me. It seems.
Subarus.
Dude, I do love a Subaru.
Anyway,
It's been
welcome
nice,
to Into the Runaverse. Hi,
My
glad you guys are here.
Did you get Audacity going?
It should be recording. It's been recording for a minute, I
Yeah,
thought.
since last week. No.
One last thing.
No, I had started to check, but yeah, we're
Do
good.
we
We're
still
on.
call you Jeremy or
Okay.
Annie's beard? That's the last one. That's the last one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, hi, Parker.
that's the last one. It was just like the jokes for the last dungeon. Everybody got two body jokes.
Flesh-based.
Flesh-based being inside of Undertree jokes.
Two whole-based jokes.
Yes, welcome. Hi. If you guys could, of course, spread the word of our little stream through friends or whatever. We're getting a lot of views, which is good and it's consistent. I've noticed we've actually been getting more regular views than some streams that have been on for a while. Some of them have a little bit more of a presentation-based thing, just because they've been around for a little bit. But it's like we have a loyal viewer base, and we appreciate that. So if you could just spread the word and share it, I think this is a fun world. Because clearly people who watch stick around, at least for a little bit, or check in throughout the week. Because both our YouTube and our Twitch have kind of the same number of
And
views.
we've stayed at the same number of subscribers as well.
Yes, after we had the one Union episode. we lost two on that one, and we didn't need you. But
I'm missing the context. So
anyway, as always, our stream is brought to you by our world, Runa, where it is placed. There's a 5e sourcebook Into the Runaverse. There's a softcover, hardcover, Kindle, and PDF edition that you can get at numerous sources. You can get the softcover, hardcover, and Kindle on Amazon, and you can get the PDF off of our website. The one on our website is still on sale, I think, for $13 or $11. Normally $17. But I've just been running the sale. I'm probably going to do it through Christmas, honestly. I don't mind. We've made a few sales through it, and it's just a few, but I'm glad people feel inclined to do it. The hardcover was giving me some printing errors for a minute, but yeah, the digital ones will look good regardless. Anyway, I haven't pushed something else other than Runa in a bit, and I feel like I'm getting away from our roots, guys. We talked about deep magic. This is actually one that I would really, really like for us to play right behind Teenage Mutant Ninja Scumbags or Radioactive. That one is like. But I would like to check out Kids on Bikes. It is
the game.
The game. Yes. Thank you, Jeremy. I would like for us to play the game Kids on Bikes, which is basically kind of like a Stranger Things based, you're in the 90s, 80s, small town USA, weird shit's going on. Very simple. This is the whole rule book. This is all you need. Usually runs like
weird
24.
shit's going on in the 80s. Communists!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play the communist child.
Don't tell me it starts off with them playing
Based as hell
Dungeons and
child.
Dragons.
You could honestly do that, but it's very very simple, very straightforward.
Super
There's
meta.
the tropes are like the kind of characters you might encounter, and anyway, check out Kids on Bikes. It's something that I would like for us to jump in as. Again, I am always ready and willing to be the dungeon master, but for any of the offshoot games, if any of you guys are like, you know what, I want to GM that one. Like, here's the fucking rule book. Let's pick a Sunday to do it. You know, whenever that might work.
We're going to play Kids on Bikes, so we're going to be set in the 1980s. So what we're going to do is, instead of doing whatever the campaign is, we're going to decide to play Dungeons and Dragons as it. So then we're going to have to play like Dungeons and Dragons 2nd Edition, I think it is. So,
And just being way less socially adjusted than we are now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyway, check out Kids on Bikes.
We're not invited.
And it is by Jonathan Gilmore and
I mean,
Doug
you're right.
Lewandowski
girls don't play.
for Renegade Game Studios. Yeah, right. But
And
yeah.
no one has ever spoken
check
to
it out.
me.
It looks super fun. I would love to play the hell out of it for like a continuing sort of. A Kids on Bikes or Monster of the Week set in Grand Rapids would make me the happiest little Labrador in the
That
world.
would be
Let me tell you
awesome.
what. Anyway, lastly but not leastly, Dragon walks into a bar. Favorite RPG dad joke book. I lost my little tabs, so I'm trying not to repeat any of them. Kenny, why do you get so sweaty when a ton of rats are around?
Kenny, why are you sweaty?
Spicy. Oh, it's spicy. I don't know.
It's warm.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Yeah.
I see.
Alright.
I see.
Good. Yes. We did that one last week, goddammit. Jeremy,
Yeah.
where did the Dark Lord keep his evil armies?
In his sleeves.
God damn it, that is what it is! In his evil sleeveys.
That means he gets inspiration.
Yeah, he does get an inspiration. As the rules set forth by the predecessor, an inspiration dies to Jeremy. Alright, Liz,
Yes.
why do you never see a party of vegan adventurers?
Because they're too tired because they haven't balanced their protein intake.
So close. They never meet in a tavern.
That's what I'm saying.
They
You gotta
might.
know how to combine protein so you can get complete amino acids.
Cashews or whatever.
What RPG does Karl Marx play?
Ooh.
Kids on Bikes.
Starfinder.
It's just D&D, but he's disabled the class system.
I like that one
That's a
actually.
pretty good one, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna text from Khaki Phil.
Oh,
about
we just
that
lost
quick.
6 subscribers. I'm kidding! Please stay!
If I can see the chat, I'm sure Khaki Phil has things to say about that.
Good. Briggs, where can you find a rules lawyer?
Oh, rules lawyer. Something about a court. I don't know.
Buy the book. Hey, John,
Yes.
where do 10-sided dice come from?
I don't know. Where do they come
I
from?
have 12-sided dice and an 8-sided dice.
The percentiles.
love each other very much.
That's where the 10-sided dice come. Anyway, thank you guys so much for not being able to reach through the screen and strangling me for that. And they're just doing it because they want to see how their character stories wind up outside of like a Reddit fanfiction forum.
And Khaki Phil says, "Here I am saying things about that."
Just
Thank you.
loudly in his office
Good.
to himself.
This is an 8th level spell, but what? Jesus Christ. Like, just the bottom part.
So anyway, sorry. When last we met our heroes, you guys had a bit of a breather after the horrific events of Lab 1. Speaking with Aunt Nancy, your friend Corin getting dropped off. There were
Sorry,
some
who are you, a
figures.
Karen?
There were some figures near there. It was like a little see-through shark.
You just
And
hear from
a white
like,
figure.
the
It was
wind.
by where Briggs is sitting. It might actually be right where
Who
Briggs
is
is
this
sitting.
court
Anyway,
person?
regardless, You guys got Corin dropped off. You all got some items or a map that will show you locations. Grailmore was able to speak with the ghost of his father, learning that his mother may actually still be alive somewhere. You guys got back to the SS whatchamacallit, finding that they had braved the arcane storm that you guys were inside of a building for. But everybody seemed, other than a little bit storm swept, more or less no worse for the wear. You guys got the ship going, running with the 6 scientists that you brought along with you. Now with kind of a full crew, honestly, when you think about it, giving you guys a chance to actually focus on adventuring things.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Stop singing that freaking song back there. We've been
Is
hearing it
that
for...
Veggie Tales?
That's One Piece.
Okay.
It's fine.
I have not seen either of those things, and I have.
Do we have a break? Everybody sleeps in the break.
There is like a lesser. There's the girls' room, the boys' room, and then you guys have a. You had expanded at some point, minorly, for to turn one of the storage rooms, I think, into more sleeping chambers. Or at this point, I think the training room probably has to turn into an actual bunk
Like
room,
barracks.
which would make sense, yeah, because that's probably what it was to begin with.
I love how 3 people on the ship get an entire room.
To be fair, it was the Atvarian women as well. It was like the people who were paying everybody else on the ship. That's kind of who you guys are, for the most part. You know, you're adventuring, there's a little bit... Chrysotha gets a little bit of coin that she's... You know, she's used to living on the streets, so she knows how to stretch a gold, as it were. So she's living
I'm
large
gonna
on
take
one of the
this one
the
gold.
Lamborghini of ships right now. As you
Put
guys
it in my
pull
pocket.
into dock,
I get the captain.
just in time for the
Braddock gets one room
festival
to himself.
celebration of. You guys pull in town just in time for the festival celebration of Samhain, the autumnal sort of end of harvest, right before Harvest Tomb, which is approximately the Halloween, which shares the same Celtic name, Samhain, and the Dia de los Muertos in this world, which is a little bit more global. But it's that time when the veil is the thinnest between the worlds of the afterlife, the hereafter, as it's called. It's sort of its whole other expanse of planescape within the Runaverse. But the veil between that and this is the thinnest, and tonight being sort of like the pinnacle of that, tonight and tomorrow marking the sort of end of Samhain and the start of Harvest Tomb as sort of like the day when the door is open.
Do we see any ghosts?
Right now, everybody's dressed up. It's hard to tell. Part of the belief is you kind of dress up in these costumes like mean evil spirits or like spooky spirits to scare away or to blend in with the ghosts that may be walking around. You might have a little bit more of a discerning eye than others when it comes to that.
I try and pierce the veil.
You use your...
No, I just like punch the air.
Oh. You definitely hit some confetti that's flying through the air. Caramel apples
Hell yeah.
are like...
Also flying through the air.
There's a food fight. So,
Oh, gee, thanks.
again,
Braddock's just sitting there snatched.
so a lot of times in these
It's like
environmental
so
descriptions,
sticky.
I will leave it more open-ended and we kind of build the environment together. But it's the idea of, to whatever either you the player or you the character,
Someone keg stand.
New Amberwood is more or less one of the places that celebrates Samhain in the Rainy Chain. So a lot of, you see some people from, what's his face, Reginald, but no Karen, is, you see him here with the same,
issues.
he's with the same guys from the Cascon who lifted their shirts up to spell out Cascon. So it's like Reginald and then like 5 dwarven guys are just like bar hopping in New Amberwood. Whatever your
They've shown
either
him a
character
new
or
part of
person
life
or
that-
both favorite fall time treat or drink, it is being served here. It might be the cookies that you were talking about. It's not exactly like Aunt Nancy, but you're like, I mean, they got them. You know, it's like when you have that one. Mom makes it better, but I always order it whenever I go somewhere to like see how it holds up. There's warm apple cider, both spiced and non, but also literally just spiced apple cider. Music, dancing. It is a fall festival in every sense of the word. This ain't no Jesus Ween. This is a fall festival of Samhain. People are in big, decorative, like,
We gotta scare some.
monster or spirit garb. Big, like, paper mache, really stylized masks.
Talani's wearing a costume. It is a headband with 2 cat ears on it.
So it kind of looks like you've got 4 ears.
I cast disguise self.
What are you
to look
talking
like
about?
Reaper Sunny.
Well, I'm asking, so like,
That
like
feels
because
appropriate.
the ears that you're wearing,
Nobody
it
will
looks
know.
like you got
She's a
4.
kitten, don't you get
For
it?
all they know, he's still alive.
I'm
Right.
a
That's
black
the
cat
scary
for,
part.
I pull out a
for
dagger.
Samhain. I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Never mind.
Get twisted, Cassidy.
I don't have a costume. What am I gonna do?
Oh, that was Grailmore talking.
Oh, that was Grelmore.
Yeah. This is Grailmore. This is Cassidy's.
Did we res him yet?
Yeah, we did.
You,
We did?
you guys
Okay.
did that really
Yeah, you helped.
touching speech.
All right.
Yeah, you gave him the badge and everything.
Oh yeah, and for the
Braddock
record,
was so drunk.
for the record, I had like a whole emotional
breakfast.
speech, like a downtrodden speech for Grailmore ready to go when he got resurrected, but you
And I
guys
rolled a
did.
33, bitch.
You rolled a nat 20.
I did roll nat 20, which for a skill check means 33.
Alright. But yeah.
Here's a Chris with a figure.
Mort
I may
just
as well
did
keep
it.
with you guys.
And he did it.
Yeah.
Which, really, I mean, the speech has made it.
So,
The speech is helpful.
could I have
What was-
a general
Did-
perception
Spent
check
the spell slot.
from everybody?
18.
24.
Cassidy got a nat 20 and Grailmore
You live here.
got 27.
Finally got a 16.
24.
Don't disappoint me.
Twinsies.
4 plus. It was perception, you said?
Yes.
This makes sense. Mort's distracted. 4 plus, probably 4 plus 5 if I had to guess. Perception. 4 plus 5, yes, 9.
I don't mean to ADHD right now, but Smiley Bone is spying on everybody here at the table right now. Oh no, it's Phone Bone, but I just love that it was just the eyes like peeking out. Anyway, sorry. I'm being a stupid rat creature right now. 18. So, Sirmia, as you are pulling in, you know, you hate the night here. It's the fucking worst. There's zombies, there's the undead that are already there, grow more, and new shit just comes out at night, and it's just really unpleasant. But you kind of notice, since this is the first time you've been able to take a breath, that the mist is really thin and low.
Wait, is it nighttime right now?
Yes.
Oh.
I think you changed as you guys were pulling in as like one of the last moments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this something I'm used to? Or-
It's
at
just
this
been
time
a
of
while.
year?
You've gone through like, so it's kind of been, let me think about how the season shift would go. So the reason, now that I'm thinking from where you started, you kind of shifted with the mist. So you've had like 2 to 3 seasons straight of this with literally no reprieve. Usually people have like the mist and then 3 seasons of little to no mist and then heavy mist. You've had like,
How does the mist occur where Sirmia lives?
so it kind of extends right up until a kind of not arbitrary, but you're right on the edge.
So are we in the mist or outside of the mist?
You're in it, but maybe like 100 miles past the sun, whatever I named you guys. The islands, the sun something
look it
islands.
up.
But it's about 100 miles past that is where the mist kind of dissipates and it just turns into normal ocean.
Resources, probably.
Sun drop, sun dew, anyway. But yeah, it kind of shifts in a counterclockwise as per the season. Where you guys were, it is now shifted north. So if you went to any of the northern islands right now, it would be all the shit you've been dealing with. But for the most part, and all of you would know this, traveling at night, walking around at night, much less dangerous. It's still a fantasy world in an undead island chain, but it's not like you will absolutely run into a zombie horde. There might be, you'll run the chance of running into 1 or 2 of them. But for the most part, unless it's Belagar, which has that. It's pretty close to the center, and it's also pretty strongly infested outside of the city limits. Like that place, it's lightened. It's not as hard right now, but for other than especially in most of the rainy chain, it's pretty easy to walk at night. City walking's fine as always, but even boating at night is slightly less dangerous.
And we don't have to worry about that Reaper Sunny guy anymore.
Correct. Sermia,
I'm right here.
Yeah, Sermia, as you're noticing this, walking up, you hear some footsteps walking up next to you, and it is Maltea. And you notice with your perception that despite her still being in her kind of black gothy outfit, she is wearing a little more frills.
Oh, nice costume.
Looking, and her cheeks get a little purple, and she's like, "Thank you."
I stab at the air. I'm disguised as Reaper Sunny right now.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's your idle animation.
Didn't you say you made like a cardboard, like a cosplay scythe? That's hilarious. Oh no, you have a knife or whatever. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I just use
This
a dagger.
yeah.
We could use
No,
the
I mean,
legit
I'll cover-
props.
She kind of.
I'll cover just one of my daggers in blood.
She doesn't ask where you got it
blood?
from. She goes, I don't know. Did you want to like? I don't know. See if there's like a dagger throwing stand or something at the
Yeah.
stupid. Okay.
I want to do a keg stand first.
That actually sounds pretty fun. Let's go find a cake stand. I'm kind of glad Mono's not here right now. And she like.
I put my hand on Talani's shoulder.
I don't need the comfort, but I do appreciate it. Because I'm a strong, independent lion woman.
And you don't need no mono.
And I don't need no mono.
It's funny because mono
A single
means-
cat tear.
It's a little funny because mono means one.
Don't you think I know that?
Yeah.
You're being so
Quit
insensitive
ruining
right
the
now.
vibe.
Sorry.
Or it's like, I don't know what I did.
I love this party. And so, Sermia and Maltea go off to find maybe some festival games, maybe a keg stand. But you guys go off into the festival. Sorry, my eyes itched.
So you're dressed as Reaper Sunny. You're dressed as Black Cat.
But just the ears are hinting at the black.
Yeah.
Cassidy got a nat 20. This is what you expect. This is like, it looks good. You notice that there is no Reaper Sunny stuff out this year. That's what stands out to you.
Aside from the Reavers, the person dressed
Aside
as Reaper
from her, but there's like, normally it seemed to be very much
People
a,
are like, well, that's in bad taste.
well, it seems to be very much like,
God, never.
I guess I shouldn't say there's none, but it seemed like everybody had it up. But now it's like, it's still there because it's part of the town's history, but it's not like plastered everywhere.
Mhm.
We're trying to move past
You
the
also
murder.
notice that Dornio is the one running a dunk tank. He is also the one in the dunk tank. He's in like
Is he good for that?
Swim
Is he,
trunks.
like, ancient?
yeah,
He's gonna break.
he might. But the servant who you guys saved is the one who is taking the money and helping people throw, and making sure the kids can get extra close.
But that servant gets a lot of satisfaction
Mm-hmm.
out of this, yeah.
Cassidy, you also, through all of this, you spot your mother, just sort of walking around, enjoying the scenery.
Up, and then I go up and, Mother, it's good to see you again, and I give her a hug. How's the shop going?
Oh, it's going well. I'm so happy to see you. been gone for, gosh, one of your trips, but this was not a trip. You were with those adventurers.
Yes,
Are they
indeed.
keeping you safe? Are you eating enough?
Oh, yes, Mother, I am.
Are they
Very much
protecting you?
Yes, they are.
I lost your father. I'm not going to lose you.
Well, I actually have some good news on that front, actually. We might need to...
Good news. What is
Yeah.
good news?
I was able to get assistance in finding the one responsible.
And her face kind of sinks and she looks away for a second and she's like,
I know, it's a lot to take in.
Lord knows I can't stop you. If you
Well,
follow this, but
Well, the other me and myself found out that basically the only way to lift this curse is to unalive the person who cast it in the first place. And we now have the means to find them, so I mean, not trying to go on a full-on revenge thing here, but that's essentially the only way that the curse can be lifted and we can become our full self again.
be safe.
I will.
I suppose if this is the path you follow, then it is more or less a good thing that you're with them.
Yes, I will admit, the other me and myself did not give a good first impression when meeting these new adventurers, but
Cut back to him. Hi, I'm dangerous around women. What? Keep me away from the women.
Okay.
not the exact
I
words
will
that
now.
were spoken, but essentially.
Essentially.
um,
Oh, Cassidy. You
I-
always do.
But yeah, they are a fine group of adventurers, and they are definitely helping me achieve my dream in discovering new artifacts and being able to construct new artifacts to help other adventurers on their journeys. So, the way I see it, 2 birds, 1 stone.
I'm glad you're here for the festival, and
Glad to be here.
make sure you say goodbye before you go.
Of course.
In my head, the entire time they were having that conversation, there was a scene playing in the background that was like Grailmore rushing ahead, and it's like, I hope you're staying safe, and Grailmore dying in the background, us coming back up, having a resin again.
It's hit his head on something in the background.
Grailmore has
Ghost
died of
slips out of his
dysentery.
mouth.
It's alright, I have 26 AC.
Right?
Don't worry, I'm with a good group of friends. We have Grailmore pitch set up. It's like, weekend at Bernie's again, just collecting money for a
Quit acting like I'm dead!
Braddock, as you are putting your hand on Talani's shoulder, you're looking around and you notice a boat there. It is with the markings of the Church of Muerta. I've seen this boat before.
Do I recognize the the call numbers on the side of the ship?
Yes, you do.
Talani, I gotta go.
See,
Oh, I guess I'll just hang out with my feelings.
Yeah, that's great!
as you say that, you hear
Oh, great, Mort.
My mind's telling
you
me
hear
no.
and a little body kind of sit down on one of the barrels, and she goes, "I just your feelings and some of the finest fire whiskey I got me hands on."
That. I didn't let her finish a sentence.
Good on you,
It's
lass.
my feelings, fire whiskey, and you and Mort.
Let's go paint the town then.
What
After we
colour?
finish our whiskey.
Okay.
And Grailmore's like, oh, wait, let
Um,
me join you guys. After what I've been through, I definitely need a night of partying.
Grailmore,
Just straight up for
as you
Dies of alcohol
are kind of
poisoning.
watching all of this happen, before Christopher goes up to them, she comes up to you and goes, "A mechanical thingamajig." She points over, and you notice there's a small. It looks kind of like an owl-shaped body with no head, like a spherical body with owl wings and a little lens in the middle. I don't want to say lens, but it's like a pearl, almost see-through sphere in the top. But it's like sitting in the dock. She goes, "Just came flying up asking for you while you guys were out before that storm came through and hit."
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. She did mention that she had something for me, waiting at the ship. So thank you. I will tend to that.
All right, please do, because I don't mind it sticking around much longer.
Okay, understand.
Thanks.
Yep, got it.
And then you see her go and offer that they start to have their little conversation. Do you approach it, or you just like kind of keep that in mind?
Oh, I approach it.
Okay.
And I just see
As
what's in
you
there.
do, the opal kind of like lights up, and it does a little like scan on you with lights. And the legs stand up like with mechanical little owl legs. And this little slit appears in the middle, and like a envelope, very crisp, comes out.
Take the envelope, open it up, see what's inside.
It is a set of coordinates. You probably have to look at a map, but it looks like a very exact set of coordinates. And then it has something written in Osnabrookian underneath, signed Isadora.
Alright.
Better hurry, because Talani's getting drunk.
I put that in my pocket and said, hey, wait for me.
All right. Mort, what did you roll?
Me?
Yeah.
9 total.
You are pulled along by them before you really know what to do or can get yourself prepared for anything. But your mind does wander, and you notice as you guys are leaving that walking up the docks is dressed up in very like fine old-fashioned clothing, like a costume Ginny.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, no Valentine with her."
Yes.
And she says, I do say that out loud. You notice that?
Fix that with that
Yes,
exact
quietly.
You guys hear that.
Braddock's
like up on your
2 blocks
shoulder.
down,
She's
peeks
like,
his head out from behind the corner. Yeah, boy.
Chris, this even works. As you guys are talking, but she goes, "Oh, hi.
Hello.
And she kind of looks to you guys.
What is up, Ginny?
Hi, Talani, and
Yes, it's me.
she doesn't know. She
This is
looks
my
at
friend,
Chrisissa.
Chrisissa.
Oh, hi, Chrisissa.
It's actually Clississa.
And she goes, "Call me Chris."
Still never know.
Christopher, just be like up to 3 of those.
Like, well, I was coming to see what you were going to do for the festival. I didn't know if all of you knew, you know, if it's your first time here in Amberwood, if you and she gestures to you and then gestures to the rest of you as well, needed someone to kind of show you how to enjoy the festival the most, you know.
I lean over to Chris at the. That gesture was not for us.
Hey, I think I saw Rodeo in the dunk tank, right?
Oh yes, he was. He volunteered. He was actually pretty enthusiastic. He seems trying to make up for lost time. It seems.
Cuts to a letter of him. Cuts to him. The scene with a letter 2 weeks ago. Community service issued by the government.
Quick question: approximately how much
Side
water is
track.
Is it in a dunk tank?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dunk tank. It's so he can safely fall in without.
I'm really
like,
just
hurting
wondering how
Less
stealthy
than
I can
10 by
cast
10.
create and destroy water.
I I mean, it's a standard dunk
Okay,
tank.
I'm not
so-
gonna destroy the water.
You gotta
That'd
just
be
do it with mage
hilarious.
hand and just like rapid fire smash.
There's like 6 feet of water underneath him, so if he falls, it won't like.
I'm just talking about if I destroy the water, though.
Oh,
You
Do it now.
hemorrhage. You now hemorrhage every.
He dropped 6
you
feet.
know.
He breaks some bones.
just
Just
kill a
rib.
2-year-old man. Drops like 6 feet.
I'm not gonna do that. Just theory crafting.
So many
It'll be like
hernias
6 points of
involved in
damage,
this
but he will die.
Yeah, just 2 HP.
Nobody killed him after that last night. He's just still
Just
hanging out.
snaps his neck clean off.
I would like to try my hand at the dunk tank. Have you done that
all of
today?
two
I'd actually like to do that too.
Okay. Let's go do the dunk tank together.
Let's
And then-
go.
And then
Hello.
Grail, and then as he's leaving, Grailmore whispers to Mort,
First,
"You got
and
this."
then just like totally gets pancakes. But that's
Thanks.
some
I've never
supernatural.
really been good at throwing stuff.
It's like,
Not
oh,
what
no,
and then Grailmore responds
You
with,
cast
"Not
guiding
what I
bolt."
was referring."
Yeah, I was thinking about doing
All
that.
right.
As Grailmore stands up to go with Ginny, I give him like an attaboy pat on his ass, and I say, "You got it, buddy."
Oh.
And I give you awe-inspired
So-
for a D4 for your next
Oh.
roll.
Can you roll me in athletics?
Oh, I gotta use my D4.
This is what you see happen.
Ooh.
This.
Another 4!
Oh.
Plus another 4. And what is my athletics?
It could be worse. You don't have
Negative
that bad of
4.
strength, I
Probably
thought.
like 9 or 8.
My athletics?
It's a 4.
Plus 1. I don't have a lot of strength, if you can believe that.
So you rolled a 9.
9, again.
All right.
If you cast
So-
guiding bolt on it, the next person that throws has advantage.
I was gonna say
That's
Flash
2
of
dunks.
Genius, but this is nighttime Cassidy, so his Flash of Genius would give a -2.
So-
is this for the dunk tank?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. I was gonna, like, cast spells and stuff.
Oh, okay. Prep what you want then. Sorry,
give me-
I,
give me
thought,
that-
I
give
thought
me-
you knew that's what it was for.
Give me guidance and gift of luck.
You have an inspiration,
Mort gets that anime glint in his eye.
Okay, so
which is
that's
a
my way
D4, a
14.
D6.
You rolled a 4.
I got a 14 with gift of luck, so we're gonna use the 14 instead. Plus 4, so now 18 with guidance. 22. I think that's gonna.
Plus your 1
We
for
all just
athletics.
so want Mort to get
Plus
loose.
Mort,
yeah, 20.
Martine needed somebody to practice like her aiming with. You're the one who got to play catch with her, and she didn't play catch. You avoided getting hit by her fastballs, and so you like
Yes,
an
darn.
anime baseball character. You guys see the little like
Hot.
star sheen in his eye. His leg does the perfect point
on a
up as he
baseball
like
cap.
dips into the throw. You know, does the whole like side throw. Yep, and you guys just see like the smoke. Yeah, curveball. The smoke leave his finger. Perfect like form. It does everyone watches as the little like wind blows behind him, and it just
It's a
like
rising
it's
fastball,
intense.
even though that's physically impossible.
And it hits. Dornyo reacts to the ball as he's falling. It goes so like ping,
That's
and
fast.
he
boy.
drops. And you can as he's down there in the water, everybody's cheering, and Ginny's like, "Oh yeah," just super excited. And then like collects herself.
I about Christopher. I faced that boy.
And Grailmore says, "Yep, yep, that's true. That is true."
I guess.
You have been walking around
Somewhere in the crowd.
the village. Not the village, it's a city. You got here for the
Skyscrapers.
festival. It's been a rough few weeks hopping around. You knew this place was going to be a big party. Kind of cheap digs for a few days while they throw these festivities. And kind of with where you are, finding the next kind of safe rite of passage through here, however that might be. And then you see this guy dressed like, these highfalutin clerics that you've seen poking around the place walk up and just absolutely lay to waste this dunk tank that's going on in town. As people are all around sitting at the beer table or wherever you might be, reacting. You kind of notice that the people here, it's a general eclectic mix as it's a city in Runa, but this particular group, a Leonin, there aren't a lot of lion folk around here.
There's a group of me.
But you see
They call
like
that a
the
pride.
this, and you notice there of the death clerics, or not death clerics of the death gods. But you've noticed in your time here, he is one of the kind of like upper echelon ones. He's wearing the kind of markers of those who have kind of like advanced. With a extremely large lion folk woman walks up. A local girl that you've seen the last few days, and a halfling woman you haven't seen. But she has a kind of deftness about her. You can just sort of tell from how she's hopping from shoulder to shoulder on the Leonin lady.
And you also see
Grelmore's
Saturnia.
with
Oh,
them,
and
too.
there's also he's wearing monk-ish clothes. Nothing too fancy. I guess it'd be a little slightly more adventure-ish at this point. But there's definitely you would take note, given your background. You would take note of somebody's general appearance. They have notes of adventuring gear, but there's definitely monk garb underneath there, sort of like the base that they built off of. And a lot of their general appearance would denote that too. And you've actually noticed that he matches a lot of the coloration in terms of like the clothing of. There's a brotherhood in town that wears a lot of robes like that too.
Okay.
Pretty peaceful guys. They can do like spirit stuff by sort of like projecting their body outside from themselves.
Okay.
But you watch these five walk up together, and they wouldn't stick out if they didn't all come as a group. And that's kind of what you all notice. Lastly, before I kind of leave you guys to RP the fuck out of everything that I've been giving you, Braddock, as you're searching and you see Mort like kind of like ping, you turn and you start to look and you feel a hand on your shoulder. And it spins you around, and there, not in her monk garb, she's in her adventuring garb, as you saw her last, is Martine. She's still got like her iconography of like the Knights of Alba, so she can do like her I can do this because I say so shit that you have. But she's like, I was wondering when you'd get here, Captain.
Well, hey there, sister. Martine, want to go get a cider?
I would love to get a cider. How about we go get one and go play some shooting games?
Sounds good.
Absolutely.
Inside.
The shooting game
trying to
is
shoot.
You know what I mean.
attached to a wheel, and Altea's throwing knives at Sermia.
Honestly, the perfect first date
Cider.
for both of them.
Sermia looks a little sweaty.
I don't get
I
it.
love the various
I got my 20
degrees
beep
of
ultrasound
danger
on Friday, and
various
Guillermo
things.
was like
Like,
punching back.
So,
got teenagers who are nervous.
so
You got like
pissed at the
old
ultrasound
flames who
tech.
know things, and then you just got psychopaths throwing knives at each
Yeah,
other.
she throws a poison knife and it lands right next to my head, and I'm like, so close. I'm so glad that was poisoned.
Handsome Cassidy and Grelmore chilling.
Grailmore's with Talani and you guys.
I wanted
Cassidy's
them
with
to
his
hang
mom.
out.
And Cassidy is meeting up with his mom.
I want a scene with them hanging out, please.
Just them at the party, just
like, I'm the only one that has to go through that fresh hell. You don't have to make anyone else do it.
I don't have a problem with busting out my acting chops.
All right. So, RP-wise, what would you guys like to happen next? As you guys are there, people are coming up, slapping you on the back.
I think it's time to go get a cider and play some shooting games.
All right, give me a ranged attack roll on your end.
That's a euphemism.
Against Sermia.
No, it's literally like you get the rifle, you get the shots, and you gotta kind of shoot out the shape.
Alright, very nice.
Erratic inspiration myself there.
There you go.
I did ritual cast Gift of Luck on everybody, including Judy.
You're
by the
actually
way.
within sight of my
go.
awe-inspiring, so you get the
we go.
D4 on this too. Everyone, your next roll gets a D4.
Everybody
Yeah.
was inspired by the metallic sound of hitting the bones in Mort's butt.
Yeah. Why is it metallic?
It was so hollow.
It's like a drum.
Right.
23.
Nice.
Sneer head.
We
You
talking-
managed to pretty well like
Just simple
shoot out the
clattering.
star, Martine gets distracted from yours, and she actually doesn't finish hers in time. As the guy watching just like, puts his glasses up, cleans them off and just watches you finish it. Pulls it back and hands it over to you. He's like, "Well, yeah, any prize you want." And it's like there's like big stuffed cows, it's a bunch of stuffed farm animals. Have your pick of whatever it might be.
Oh boy.
Are we talking plushies or tax?
Plushies,
Oh, okay.
Ouija boards.
very stylized plushies, very like Harvest Moonish plushies.
Okay. Honestly, I
A
think
real animal skin. I'm kidding.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Are they taxidermy?
No, they're not taxidermy.
Okay.
It's plush. Felt, I guess, would be what they'd use.
I'm trying to think of like which animal. I'm not putting too much effort into this thought process. I think I'm just gonna get the big old plushy sheep or ewe.
Nice.
Just because
It's
also
basically a Wooloo from Pokemon. It's
Yeah.
just a
big fluffy.
It's a pillow. It's a pillow. It's
Yup.
a pillow stand-in. Yep.
There you go, there, Mike.
It's just a ball of wool.
Thank you. And she's carrying that with her for the rest of the night, and she's got her drink in one hand.
I got that for a while. Don't worry, I'll just put that in the bag of holding. Just be
a
like,
gentleman, I see.
we can get that later. Don't worry, I'll just put it on my hand forward.
Braddock, it's been a while since we've had a chance not being pulled either way from work.
It really has, I remember we had some good fun.
Stop.
Yes, it is.
Mort feels uncomfortable somewhere. Just Mort gets a stomach ache.
Well, maybe it's time to take a look and see if the schedule is matched back up again.
Well, I know we do have a few more responsibilities to take care of, but maybe if I can meet back up in Tabla in a few weeks with you, we could talk then.
Sounds good. In the meantime, a few more games.
Yeah, let's do it. She slams just like a stack of gold
I also
down, and
noticed
the guy's
it's
like a bunch of gold. He's like, really? She's like, load him up. Just like,
Oh yeah, she's gonna do that for a while. I'm gonna come back with a couple more ciders. You're in for a fun time.
all right. And she's just, that's kind of what you guys do for a few hours.
She gets competitive.
While you're watching them, you kind of, you're darting around sort of through this general main sort of fair area, and you see someone you kind of clocked in who was watching them, also with some iconography of the death gods. Pretty good sharpshooters that seem to at least know who these people are. You don't know if they're friends or they're at least aware of them. So you started clocking in this little sleepy town might have some more interesting people than you first thought of than just like a little stopover and finding a ship ride. But who could I have anybody roll me a perception at everybody but Talani? Could I have a disadvantage?
I guess.
I was gonna roll it at disadvantage either way.
Oh.
I'm on a wheel.
Disadvantage in that one.
I got a 16.
Interesting.
I love this dice you give me
25.
so much. It rolls
Just roll.
so bad.
It does.
Every
I feel
time.
so bad.
You get a D4.
So everybody before Talani.
Oh,
So what'd you
yeah.
get?
Blow
Nat
on
one?
those three?
No one.
Except you
skull,
have
like
you
weighing
said
down
I
on
got
the
a
heavy
D4
side, or
Tony?
the high
Yeah,
numbers,
yeah.
so
If you haven't used it already.
falls
Oh.
high numbers down.
25.
at disadvantage.
I have advantage on perception checks.
Okay, so it cancels out. Nice.
And I rolled a 19.
Cassidy got a 14, and
Leave it up to the cop to notice things.
He's a town guard. It's an important distinction of localized militia.
Grailmore got a 22 at
Having
disadvantage.
serious
All right.
flashbacks
I got an 18.
Okay.
Hi, gang!
All of a sudden, I just sense like a dead body sitting out in a field somewhere.
Grailmore, Talani, and Braddock. Throughout the night, the three of you get the sense that someone's watching you.
I catch Martine's eye.
She is. It's not in a
goose
threatening
flesh. I
way,
think
but you
someone's
definitely
watching
have
me.
the idea that someone just keeps kind of like peering over and checking out whatever you're doing. And every time you look, you're like,
Because it's a field, I have goose flesh.
It's a goose pimples. Yeah.
That makes her hair stand on end, right?
She has somehow.
So I look
People to
extra
feel it.
fluffy.
Yeah. She has somehow
Dangerous.
manifested another bottle of whiskey that she's just pouring into little like walk-me-downs for you.
Awesome.
And her.
I do mix it with cider because hot apple cider is Talani's favorite thing about Samhain.
I love it.
It's also Liz's favorite thing about harvest season in general.
They're giving out little candy buckets to anybody that wants candy too. All the businesses are handing out little little candies
I come
and
back with some of
toffees,
those
taffies, hard candies, gums.
I take one and I throw away all the candy corn.
You're standing right at the person who gave it to you.
I make direct eye contact.
I'd like another, please. Another.
Is their problem?
Yeah, they gave me bullshit and said it was candy.
Mort, you are distracted as Jenny pulls you up.
Oh,
Mort, yeah, you're
She does
distracted as Jenny pulls you up as you guys start dancing for one of the dances. And it's a big, like, everybody jumps in and starts to,
I
like,
was
if you
gonna
can
be
grab a
pulling
partner,
up to the
Multi
hayloft.
grabs you.
We'll get to it.
Real tangled vibes.
Very tangled. It's very much that kind of like the jaunty, a little more Celtic feel, but it's that very circular kind of everyone. Just sort of,
okay.
yeah. Not too complicated. It's more about the fun and the kind of raised energy of everybody. Chrisitha bows down very goofily to you, and she's like, "Milady," and she puts her hand out to you, and she's like, let's look like some silly motherfuckers out here. And she puts her hand out to you.
My training kicks in and I bow like an actual lady.
Ha! She guffaws just like real big.
I do not know how to do it silly. Oh, sorry.
I mean, the fact that you're a 7'4" and a halfling doing it as the dancing pair, that's what looks so silly. It's the commitment to the bit that makes everybody kind of like start to laugh. Martine
I start
pulls you
dancing with
out
her and I
there.
just like lift her up off the ground. She's
Grailmore,
still
you're kind
leading
of
somehow.
pulled in by some of your fellow monks. And you guys are doing more of like your own little like kind of like quartet, quintuplet sort of like group, like as along with the beat, but it's
Turns
very
out
much like
Grailmore's
you're
really
not
good at
breaking up
twerking.
into the rest of the group. Cassidy, you are kind of like watching, like yes, you know, like feeling your chiseled jaw. And you feel a tap on your shoulder, and it is Belinda, the girl who you tried to apologize to, and you guys managed to avoid a bar scroll with. And she's like, I guess you did save the town.
Yes.
Still know how to cut a rug?
What? I'm sorry. Like as a player, I don't get that reference. What do?
Do you still know how to
You know how to
dance?
dance.
Oh, okay. So it's like, yes, I
Me
do
explaining
still know how to
euphemisms
dance.
people.
Come on. And
Wow,
she
my
just drags
autism
you
is
out
cured.
there. And
I really wanted him just to go off of what he thought that was.
I don't know what that means.
I'm better at carpentry during the day.
That would totally be.
Do you know how to cut a rug? Start with a knife?
I mean, I've seen those little hooky things, but okay. As all this is happening, the scene, we're going to go to our little bio break as the scene kind of, not fades to black, but it kind of pulls up from the city on the night with the music rescinding, and you guys see sort of watching you from the audience, tapping their foot, a Vulpine gentleman, a foxfolk in adventurer garb, just sort of tapping their foot to the music, enjoying it, just sort of kind of darting around as you guys watch, and a little water dragon perches on their shoulder and kind of like kisses their ear as they just sort of watch and everybody's sort of lost in the moment, having fun or romantically dipping in, and that's where we will come to our bio break.
What the fuck say?
Ding 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 ding.
All right, cool. Thank you. We'll be right
I
back.
smashed the ukulele.
Equal screen, it still works. All right, hi guys, hi, thank you for your patience. Oh my god. Did I ever show you these, Mike?
Sorry for
these
brushing my legs against you guys.
These are all direct conversions from Pathfinder 1E monsters to 5th edition.
Is El Chupacabra in there?
Chupacabra's in the Latin American one.
Yes!
I've also got a book from them on that shelf that's the Forest campaign, and it's all of the like Woodlands Pathfinder monsters.
Ooh.
That's on the bookshelf behind you too. But yeah, that's worth it to check out if you're like, gosh, I really want to use this one thing. And they've converted it.
Some of the greatest trolling I've ever seen in my entire life. My dad had us and my siblings watch a like Discovery Channel documentary about El Chupacabra. Way too young. I think I was 6, meaning my sister would have been 9, give or take. And I think he looked up whether there was going to be a harvest moon that night. And there's a he took us outside. El Chupacabra only comes out on a harvest moon, apparently. Part of legend. He took us out as the harvest moon was rising, and he says, "Look, kids, El Chupacabra's gonna come out, so don't go in the woods tonight." And my sister lost her mind.
I mean, really, that's what folktales are for.
Yeah. I think he bit off more than he could chew there because he had to deal with the nightmares after that. But
It was supposed to be one joke for my own entertainment, and
yeah, and he really reaped the consequence there. But amazing trolling.
Yeah, Mike, just ignore the pages that are tabbed in those books.
There are no tabs.
Some of them are just for ideas.
guys, we need to find resistance to necrotic damage.
I mean, by level 9, that
Some
should be a
reasons.
prerogative
Not
for most of
American
you
Life, but just all-
in
just
this
all, like,
place.
dead virgins.
Anyway, so we're back.
Or
I
Mark
love
becomes
when
the
we
villain.
just candid for like a few minutes. It's one of my favorite things, honestly. Anyway, we're back.
Oh, you have a dog hair on your beard, bud.
I always do.
That's what Ginny says to you as she pulls it out.
It's
she's
so
like-
romantic.
It's so romantic.
Or it's like, I have a beard.
Yeah.
It's like 4 hairs.
So
It's just one really
the night kind of
Grew into day.
the song finishes. You guys sort of stick around the general social area, eating, talking, socializing. But it's more or less like an hour of jibba jabba.
I want to see who's been watching me.
Investigation, insight,
Yeah, what
Insight.
was the 25 I got? What did I do?
to even see if you noticed if someone was watching.
Oh, okay. But I did.
Yes, you got the
They
sense
were
that
fully
someone was
unaware.
watching.
Hey,
You
TJ,
just didn't get a threat.
what do I get with a Thor?
Everybody's watching.
That was a
yeah.
nat 1 for Grandma.
I'm a
Man,
big
I
lady
was blended in already.
dancing with a teeny tiny halfling, so everyone is watching me.
21.
So as you're watching around, you're like, hey, wait a second. And you're just sort of watching around, and Grailmore is... Him and the monks have gotten a little drunk. Talani and Chrysitha are...
Very
Yes. They are already kind of like... back to the ship. Just sort of like zigzagging. Mort
Serpentine.
and Ginny are awkwardly saying like 5 or 6 words to each other every 3 minutes. She's just as coordinated as you are, Mort. She's like,
They're perfect together.
You've seen Mort do a weird number of fist pumps anytime her back is turned.
Like somehow while
Yes.
dancing, they've both stepped on each other's feet like multiple times.
you definitely
Sorry,
caught her
sorry.
giving her a pep talk to the mirror in the bathroom when you.
And Cassidy is awkwardly
I slapped her
dancing
on the
with
ass
an
and said,
ex-lover.
"You got it, girl."
Thanks.
That's the
I give her an
scene.
awe-inspiring.
Cassidy and Grailmore end up dancing together.
You don't even have to talk to impress him.
No,
so.
okay. And you kind of like watch her go off, and Krista's like, "Oh gosh, she's gonna crash and burn."
I
But
really
it'll
don't.
be glorious. And she almost like
watched this
falls
so
off
badly.
your shoulder.
She's just hoisted on my shoulder.
That's how I picture this entire thing. Aside from when you dance with each other, she
And
literally.
when we were dancing, I was literally holding her up, though. She was still somehow leading.
It's all with the hands. Bless you. That's how well trained your training is.
I'm a lady.
And she's surprisingly good for someone who grew up on the streets with the leading.
She has excellent observational skills.
Yeah.
Observational skills.
Braddock, as you and Martine are talking, you clock in just for a moment, and it's not even like, because a lot of people are looking at you. Your group made a fucking impression here, considering like a week and a half ago, you cleared the town of like a 60-year curse. So, you being looked at since then has not been like, oh, better watch my back. But it's more like, man, I feel like someone's just staring at me. And just throughout the night, you kind of been looking over your shoulder. And then at one point, you're like, oh, little water dragon baby. You don't see those too often out here in the islands, you know. And, you know, just walking around and you're like,
a lot of direct eye contact.
you're like, oh, hey, fox folk. Hey, don't see a lot of kitsune around here, but you know, we're getting kind of close to the Free City, Amberwood to stop through, and it's just kind of through. And then when you're with Martine, you see that dragon and that kitsune sitting together, and you lock eyes with each other.
How tense is it? And what kind of tension?
It was general curiosity, and then it went to sexual, and then it went to...
Just a fleeting sexual
Back to
tension.
curiosity,
Yeah.
but a loaded curiosity.
So, Ron, did I say that right?
Ran. Yeah. Ran.
That's such a fox sound.
That's how they scream.
Oh, so
So-
that's what the fox
Ron,
is.
as you are kind of like finding people of interest, you feel yeah exactly. It's that kind of skittish, and you see this dwarf who you've definitely taken note is denoted as some sort of like town guard, but like higher up, like a Lubra wide town guard as opposed to like for this place. So, and he's looking at you now.
So he gets a little skittish and he starts to like gets kind of uncomfortable and is like, "Whoa!" And he quick, gets his dragon close and starts walking away, trying to like be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go this way. I gotta. Oh, look at that! My drink needs a refill."
And you see him awkwardly, and he started to get up and walk towards the bar.
But it wasn't seditious until then. Now it showed signs of nervousness.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Yeah. And now to be fair, as a kitsune, he does kind of disappear within the crowd for the most part as he goes into it.
How about we get you another cider martini?
Sounds good, Braddock. She's probably
We're gonna have another cider. Yeah, one for me. Yeah.
Braddock's a real bro.
There you go, Martine.
Thank you.
He's the friend that gets, his really drunk friend a Sprite and says it's a vodka soda. Bless him.
She's drunk. Okay, well, now I gotta take care of. Okay, we're gonna get you. Here you go. And there's a slice of pumpkin pie. We're gonna get you a little bit more than that.
Eat this loaf of bread, please.
Can you bust out the charcuterie board for? Okay, thank you. Just a little
Would you like the cookie charcuterie board, or
I
would you like
brought
the
some
cheese
of my
and...
mama's favorite
We need the cheese and
casserole.
protein.
You need the protein. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the cookie bun has peanut butter sandwiches. It's a peanut butter. It's a peanut butter, and then on the it is sandwiched between 2 peanut butter cookies.
Okay, I'll take one for myself.
Okay. Just have both. Here you go. Take a bit.
Okay, Martine, here you go.
I need those back.
No worries.
So Ran, you've lost him. As you feel confident that he's no longer looking at you as he starts to look through people. You get a refill on the beer and you kind of...
After Martine's taken care of, I really just want to peer over his shoulder. Hey!
Absolutely. You start to take a drink and he's like, hey. Just like,
And then
How did he see me?
Grailmore is
You're
drunk,
Kitsune with
so
a
he
water
probably
drink.
wouldn't notice this, but can I roll to
thought
see
I
if
fit it
Cassidy
so
would notice
sure.
this? What do I roll
you
for
do
that?
have Belinda with you, but roll roll a perception.
We're all busy dancing while this
Yeah,
is
everybody's socializing with their dates or walking, or you're drunk.
With Christopher, of course.
Specifically
You've got
stated
Belinda, who's
once
actually giving you
Martine's
attention.
taken care of that.
Yeah, that's a 4. He didn't notice.
It is disarming to be given this kind of, and it's not like overly physical, but like she's holding your arm, she's treating you like a person. It's just very much like
She's broken the touch barrier.
I don't know what that means.
I have so much to teach you.
I have a very strong feeling that was not said as quietly as
Cassidy
It
just
was not.
gives you a glare.
It's that drunk whisper.
Oh no, Cassidy's not drunk at this point. He's just
No.
he's
is.
drunk on like
Vibes.
honest attention is what he's drunk on right now.
I'm having
Yeah,
trouble
not to
controlling
mention
the volume.
this is a scorned ex-lover,
Yeah.
so a little bit more awkward.
This is a big win. This is a big awkward win for Cassidy. This is a really sour victory. It's a victory, but oh man, he's got to find that sweet at the end of the sour. It's like that Sour Patch Kids. Like, gotta get through the gross first.
How many looks is it gonna take? to get to
So,
that sweet
Ran,
sugar?
you are gotten by this dwarf, or he at least seems to have called you out. You could try and run, but it's not in an offensive area. But he definitely chased you after you caught eye contact. So, the ball's in your court, as it were.
I'm not trying to look like scary or anything.
Right.
It's literally just appearing next to him and like a thing of cider. Just hey.
You just run.
Oh no! So this time I think because he's feeling a little awkward, he's gonna kind of try to do that thing where he's like, oh, I'm doing something else. I wasn't actually looking at you. I'm doing something. So he pulls out a deck of cards and starts setting up solitaire on the. He's like, just gonna sit here and play my cards.
Traditionally you put the ace up top and you put the cards on top of that, but I don't know how you play it. But so what brings you to town? I haven't seen you before. I gotta admit, I've been in a couple weeks. I just haven't seen you.
Well, yeah, I'm new in town. I've just been. Yeah, we just been kind of checking things out. I was passing through on a little bit of adventure and just saw you guys dancing and stuff and just was kind of watching. I didn't mean anything by what I was doing or anything, just kind of like, yeah, just watching, seeing what was going on, taking in the vibes, if you say.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of vibes going on with this group. I don't know.
Stop saying vibes. It's way too much.
He's nervous. He's like,
Hey, same here, buddy.
Braddock's not. Yeah, it's
This
like
is
he's nervous.
honestly
Braddock's not
exactly
trying
how
to
I
be
think a
intimidating,
fox
but
thinks
there's a
they're
full badge. There's the full town
He
guard
had
badge.
spit shined
still
before
right there.
before going up to see
Yeah.
Martine as well.
Yeah, gotta look good. It's extra shiny.
he just has a verbal crutch when he gets nervous. Like some people, it's like,
I
oh,
will
he's
say-
And it's
just like,
vibes.
he's just throwing out vibes right now because it's the first word that came to his
I
mind.
will say this: everyone said they have a costume. I fully believe, even though he does not exist in this world, Braddock is dressed like Luigi.
There has to be some facsimile of the Mario Brothers in this world. He is whatever that is.
Okay.
And that actually does.
But I am dressed as Luigi
Yes,
because I fully
100%.
believe he would
Yeah.
be Luigi.
The Mario Brothers, it's just
His brother's Mario.
they're
Still on the island, just without Braddock there.
they're a
They just
circus
both
act
go.
of brothers that just
the
race each
fraternal
other.
Marios.
What?
It's a circus act. They're brothers that just race each other.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
And
But
speaking,
standing on top of the green overalls is an extra shiny, badge. Town guard emeritus badge.
Is he wearing Is he wearing that over his armor, or is he wearing the armor over?
It's just
that?
I think you guys are just in costume, if I had to imagine.
Oh yeah. We're on. Yeah.
so speaking of costumes, Ron decided to kind of get into the whole thing. So he's actually dressed up because again he's a kitsune, so he's a fox creature. He's actually 100% dressed up as Robin Hood from the Disney. He's wearing the garb, like not even realizing that it looks funny. He's just like
he wearing
in a
pants?
green outfit, like with some like spandex,
tights, yeah, spandex
spandex tights. He's got a little cap on. He's just like, oh, I was just I
Does
saw
the
this.
little water dragon have a little hat too?
Yes.
He's got a little hat.
Oh, he's Friar John.
Yeah. Or Little John.
Little.
And so so he's just like didn't mean anything about it, just just checking stuff out. Just was kind of watching you guys. I mean, it was hard not to pay attention. You guys had a lot going on over there.
Okay, yeah, no problem. What's your name, friend?
My name's Ron. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name is Braddock there, Ron.
Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Most Midwest conversation.
Which is funny because that's not the accent I actually intended to go for. I just
picked
keep
up that
No,
quick.
it's just,
I was
it's just
like,
funny because in his accent it sounds
I'm
supernatural.
absorbing it.
Nice to meet you.
It's Ron in a totally different way, but in him it just sounds like he's saying the name Ron. Is that Ron?
It's actually short for Ron with two N's. It's just one N.
Yeah, okay.
His nickname is Rod with one N.
Ron.
It's Ron with two N's. Decided to shorten it because people couldn't pronounce it, so it's just Ron.
Sorry about that. I'll work on that.
Yeah, we don't like mispronouncing people's names around here.
Find to be very rude.
How's it going, Grady?
So,
Fuck all of you fake ass bitches.
We're your best friends. How dare you?
Grayson gets into lips.
He only has 7 lives left.
He lost his foreskin.
At this point, you guys have.
he just
He's
gets
a little
real
grumpy
wide-eyed,
all
like,
the time.
what just happened? happened? We were just introducing ourselves, and all of a sudden he's telling me that someone lost their foreskin?
That part I don't say.
Someone did.
I do believe, though, Grelmore does run past going, fuck all you fake-ass bitches! And I do turn to him at that point and go, yeah, don't worry about that. That happens.
He's drunk.
He's fine.
Should we go check on him, or what's...
He's fine. He'll die later. And
And then we'll resurrect him and he'll feel better.
yeah.
It's a little weird that it sounds so natural coming
So high maintenance.
Yeah, you shouldn't be that calm about it, but it's happened a few times, so that's where we're at now.
We're just desensitized.
Yep, pretty much.
So what brings you? I see you guys have like a little bit of a group going on here. What brings you guys to town?
Well, I mean, I kind of came to the town because I'm checking on all the islands, hopping about, making sure they're up to code and, they're safe for the upcoming, the undead nonsense. And everybody else has kind of got their own stuff going, but it's been working.
As you're saying this, Braddock,
Yes.
and you're kind of like sharing things, you put together like, we haven't really all been here as a group. Like, he either has been following you for a long time or as perceptive as shit to kind of like piece together that like you are here with the group, like
Yeah.
to you specifically.
Well, like, yes and no. Like, I am able to pick that up, but I think to Braddock, it's not
I was going off the
that
21.
Yeah.
I guess you could roll an insight if you wanted.
Like,
but-
to me, I can piece together that it's like, oh, you would pick that up. But to me, I think with that too, it's like, this is how you would pick that up. Because
Okay.
we have had moments of commonality throughout the night.
For sure. Good
And
point,
somebody who is observant would pick that up.
Fine.
Like, I noticed that he noticed, but I'm like, I noticed why you noticed that you noticed.
And I noticed that I noticed that you noticed that I noticed.
Oh
Well,
my
you
god,
wanna-
just kiss each other already.
As we said,
I was going to say, I was just
you
going to
and
end
Tristan
up this,
like
well,
lean
spirit, I
over a
noticed
balcony
you.
and try to give him a big smooch.
You guys should totally make out.
Make out already.
Kiss him, he's delicious.
Can I have my charcuterie boards back?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Here you go.
Chris and I need snacks.
Yep, no problem.
Is that sheep fur?
Don't worry about it.
What
is it?
As
Good with
they're
the
handing
big
that
flush.
across,
Yes.
Ryan kind of grabs it and just sneaks a little bit off the charcuterie board. Like,
I don't think you need a
So
sweet
while
one.
you guys are all sort of
You
mildly
could've just
coagulating,
Roll initiative.
roll initiative.
Roll.
While you're all-
I wanted to see if I'm able to slap your hand away.
while you're all kind of mildly
Rude.
coagulating, you guys realize that you haven't really seen Lordio since you left.
I assume he's on the ship.
And
Yeah,
you're
I assume
talking, and you guys hear like a, and sort of coming cresting over, you guys see a wooden ramshackle structure, and in the middle is somebody operating things with like cranks and ropes.
It seems
What's
about
with the
par for
cranks?
course.
You can do better
On
than
top
that. We
of
know.
which is, I mean, it's just ropes and wood.
It's for fun.
And there's just like a giant flaming pumpkin head, the safety of which is very
Yes.
questionable. But
on top
in
of
this
wood, this is a bad
rickety, like
idea.
sort of skeleton infrastructure, you can just see Lordio in like the most basic ass. He probably took a sheet off of one of the beds on the ship and just like dagger holed 2 eye holes in it that his
Yes.
goggles are like shunked over, and he's just marching through town, and you see him like pull a crank and like flames come out of the mouth.
Lordio, awesome costume!
Oh, I was gonna say the same thing.
And you see him like put his mouth to a
No
horn.
longer saying
Thank
mono,
you!
saying
As it
stereo.
like
It's more fire.
yeah, more fire. People start
Smashes
to
the
coagulate,
That's the only word I heard.
and you guys are
You
kind
said it in
of
mono.
left.
They want to say it in stereo.
As they kind of gather around Lordio, you all realize that more or less you guys are within like a 20-30 foot sort of circle of each other, even though you reach sort of socializing in and amongst your
I
groups.
fully believe I get in front of Lordio and I'm pulling out like a book and I'm like, Lordio, okay.
I start
Let's
climbing
talk
it.
about sectional codes here in town endangerment.
Oh,
okay?
listen, I do not have time for
I
this.
don't need to hear
It's
this.
all
right
in
now.
good fun.
It's all in good fun, but we also need to have good fun and good safety.
I'm also
So-
standing on top of it.
Is it Mare or Mare?
It's Mare.
Mare. That's what
Yeah.
I thought. Okay,
But-
so
I thought it was
Because of
Ron.
his accent, he just calls it Mare. But it's Mare.
Mare. So they
Mary?
lean over into your ear and whisper in Draconic.
What you mean, Ron and Mary?
These ones seem silly. Why are we talking with them?
Well, I mean, they could be a good group. I mean, they look like they're adventurers, and you know they might be able to. We've been just the two of us forever. Like, I mean, it's been years of just the two of us. Wouldn't it be kind of nice to like actually be with some other people?
You'll hate me.
I thought we had something special.
Her costume's an upside down pineapple.
They're friendly, and I don't know if I trust that in these islands, but if you say so, let's check with them in the morning.
That sounds good. But, I mean, I've been keeping an eye on them, just kind of seeing what's going on. They seem like they're fun-loving people, good people. I don't see any red flags so far.
I like our room. I want one more night in the hotel.
All right, fine. Let's.
We can keep talking, but I want to sleep in our room.
Is the hotel visible?
There's a few inns around here. What was the one here? The
Knowing
Sideways
what
Manatee?
little I know about
Yes.
this dragon
Yes.
That's
already,
it.
they demanded
I didn't even know,
2
but
beds.
yes, that's
I'm
it.
pretty sure.
I lean
Just like
over.
a
I
cat
see
would.
talking
Yeah.
to his shoulder, like, "Oh, hi, small dragon. But would you like some salami?"
You've just known they've been talking, and you would recognize it with your teachings as Draconic.
But I don't
know if
understand
you can
Draconic.
Speak it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
I
It's
would-
like when you hear a language, you're like, "Oh, they're speaking this." Don't know what the fuck they're saying, but I know what language it is. Yeah.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, exactly. You
But
don't
I
hear
can
them
see the
say
dragon,
one.
right?
Yeah, you can see the
Okay.
dragon, and they're clearly conversing in Draconic.
Okay. I'm gonna interrupt this conversation.
Sure. And the dragon, kind of like a cat, doesn't like run away, but it does tense up and go to the other shoulder, like to the farther away shoulder from you.
Dragons can have a little salami as a treat.
And it keeps its eye on
Okay.
you and puts its little hand out. And it's very much like, this is a water dragon, so it's very much that, if you guys have seen Spirited Away, it's very much that like kind of almost canine-esque, furry, watery whisker. Almost like a lung, but it has a little bit more watery
Eastern
motifs about it.
mythology dragons.
Yeah.
not Western mythology.
A little bit more of that.
dragons.
It has like almost like vestigial wings like a Western mythology dragon, but you can tell this thing is more. It flies with dragon magic. It doesn't fly by actually beating its wings. It's probably better in the water.
Just got a little.
It's got little gills. Yeah.
It's got
Is
little
it
cute
all
little
like
wings
that?
on its back. And
Yep.
Oh, it's darling.
Wouldn't it be
It's
a
got
young dragon at
two
this point?
tiny
Level
little
9?
wings in a
I-
spot that makes no sense for it to be able to fly.
It's near the butt.
Is it
How does that work?
All I know is
just
that
does.
at level 11 you can ride it.
Oh shit! So it is young right now.
I can look it up.
I guess if well, snakes don't really have knees.
Wait, it's in here.
exactly. It makes it so much more weird.
But it's not aggressive. It's just on alert. Looking at you, but as he touches its eyes kind of, it goes from the slits to a little more circle, and it loosens up. It kind of like lays into his hand a little.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm holding the charcuterie board very still.
It puts the hand out and takes it.
You like that? Tastes good.
You can have as much as you want. It regenerates every day. It puts it in its secret dragon pouch.
Yeah.
It's a wormling. I don't know what size wormlings are, but it's bigger than like a shoulder size.
Medium? I think it's medium.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Maine Coon on your shoulder. I mean, Pikachu is on Ash's shoulder. That's a big ass animal.
And at level 11, it's big enough to.
I'd still say that's actually big. At best, a small-sized creature.
Yeah, I'm sitting on his shoulder.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Growlithe is medium. I would not want that on my shoulder. But a water dragon is a little more serpentine, so I can see
We've been together a while. I've built up the
the appropriate frame.
record.
He's a sturdy fox.
Yeah, got the core muscles built up.
is there anything else you guys want to do this evening as the festivities are going on and Lordio is kind of dancing with his big wooden robot? People are.
I feel like I have fully warned Lordio to not let the fire fly when there are children around, when people can get burned.
Stand aside, children!
That's the takeaway, is just warm the kids first.
Give them
At least, I mean, it's still safer.
It's an improvement.
Chris and Delania go party with Lordio.
Okay.
just enough time for them to
And
turn,
Chrysippus,
but not
yeah,
move.
100% with you. Ginny is... she's much less coordinated than she might let on originally. She's kind of stumbling over herself a little bit.
Oh, that's okay.
But she kind of is like, so I don't imagine you're gonna be, staying around much longer, but, were you ever thinking of maybe, like, I don't know, like coming back or something?
Yeah. If I'm in the area, you'll definitely know.
Cool.
Is there like a
if
music
nothing
and
else,
whatnot
because-
happening right
Is there
now?
what?
Music and whatnot happening?
Yeah. It's kind of like the general, it's the general atmosphere is
I'm
mildly.
gonna use a gift of luck.
is the night.
I'm gonna
I
use a
cast-
gift of luck to like walk past them to like go check on Martine. But as I do it, trip and lightly push Ginny into Mort.
Oh my god.
While this happens, Talani's gonna use her her spell necklace to cast Prestidigitation and play a few measures from Kiss the Girl.
Wow, you guys are double Disneying.
I got a bastard 20 on a performance to like fake the. Oh, okay.
All right, so in true
More dodges.
anime romance fashion, she.
So I said Ginny.
She
Yeah.
falls
More
into
dodges
Mort.
Oh God!
Yeah, Mort.
kidding.
She falls into your chest, and you're like, oh, and you give me a strength as she falls into you.
I think I'm gonna. You said strength save?
Yeah.
Alright, this is an important one.
Oh, yes.
Gift to luck yourself there.
Yeah, let's gift of luck. That brings me to a 21.
Mort's arms are so strong.
The
at this
most
moment.
dramatic, she falls.
That was
like,
fantastic.
He catches her, like,
He's like intentionally flexing
she
while
falls
he's
into you, and
caught her. Like, oh.
at any time
It also
before
would be
this,
Mort's best
you
angle.
may have fallen backwards with her, but
It's the
whatever it
perfect
is,
light.
she falls into you, and you're like a wall. And your arm catches her, and you guys have this anime moment where you just look at each other, and then your faces turn beet red immediately, and both just like turn around with like the steam coming off of your faces. Like,
Some crabs walk by going,
Yeah, we're almost roasted.
she's like, anyway, sorry, I'm so clumsy. It would be really cool if you came by Grandma's shop when you came back into town.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll happen.
do you want to like walk me to Grandma's shop? And she like kind of puts her hand out awkwardly.
Yes.
Okay. And she kind of like
grabs-
awkwardly, without looking at you, kind of feels for your hand.
More grabs the hand.
She's like, okay.
Okay.
And eventually, like after maybe about 100 of feet, the two of you loosen up and you less awkwardly hold each other's hand. It's not totally gone, but it's more palatably awkward for everybody else sort of watching it. Yeah, exactly.
Both are super rigid. Like
weird,
robot
this is exactly how
walking.
my first date with my husband went.
This is.
That's good.
Someone
news.
pushed you into him.
Me and Brittany the entire time, both of us were
So,
apparently just like, I just want to kiss this
You
person.
guys managed to... Well, okay, I guess real more. Do you keep partying with your brothers for this last night that you're in town?
A flounder
Yeah, I
singing a
suppose
copyright
so.
protected
Because, like,
song.
I just got brought back to life for the second time. I am living it.
Okay, and this is like...
Live like
they
you
don't...
would
It's not like they live the...
Roll a con save.
Yeah, they don't live like the super strict life to where they can't celebrate. It's just very much like outside of these bigger festivals, they don't really celebrate. So when they do, it's like...
They go hard.
Yeah, exactly. And you know,
You haven't
on
taken
top
your
of like training their
bowels.
bodies, they can go hard for very long. So you
I
guys
have
are
fingers
just
crossed
like
behind
doing
my
like
neck.
all the quick like
Each
drinking
time you come
games
back,
and
you have to take it again.
literally everything that
Just
anything
because
you
they're
might
ascetic
imagine
monks
your
doesn't
buddies
mean they
playing.
can't party.
You guys carry
They just
it
don't have a lot
back
of
to the
possessions.
monastery. People are just like having
They
fun,
spend
and
it
even
all
the
on
elder
booze.
like walks by, and you guys look.
You know
You
what?
like try to like
blackjack.
pretend like you're focusing on shit, and they kind of like look at you like okay, and they walk back, and not 3 steps past the room, you guys go back to being loud and drunken again, and it's just like you have a good night, Grillmore. You feel. You know you're gonna wake up probably a little hungover, but not in the sense that
I
you
know what I'm
regret.
Oh, you already have magical exhaustion coming back from the dead, so
Whatever.
you're gonna wake up
living it
feeling rough either way.
Sirmia, you and Maltea, as you guys are walking back, you are.
Are we sleeping on the ship?
You can. You guys do have your personalized beds, because you're kind of the ones funding this, and Maltea has her own bed too. It depends if you want to get hotels or if you want to go back to your beds on the ship. But she goes back and she says, I mean, I guess this wasn't like super lame. So like, I don't know if you want to like do it again sometime or whatever. But I wouldn't mind it. It wouldn't be like dumb or anything.
Yeah.
If
it
like you
wouldn't.
wanted to do it.
I kind of lost my stored body pillow.
No. No, don't.
Wait, is this a? Did you sleep with a sword, or was it a body pillow that was shaped like a sword?
It was a bunch of swords in a burlap sack.
Oh, I guess. I guess that was the third option.
I need something to put between my legs at night.
No.
Whoa.
And then sleep. Actually, just sleeping. Sleeping, yeah.
This is a hell of a pickup line.
I mean, if it's just sleeping, I'm sure it wouldn't be too awkward for Talani. If it's just sleeping, I'll just make
I don't
sure
know
to
where
keep on my
Talani
dagger
is.
cloak.
Don't worry, she'll just
I'm
think
gonna
that
walk
you're a
past and
Maltea
just
body
lightly
pillow.
push him.
And you can literally
Somehow
hear
all of
her.
this
Like,
discussion-
you can
So this guy's
literally
really
hear
good at
her-
cross stitch.
You can
Almost
literally
looks like
hear
it's
her
breathing.
swallow, like gulp, and she's like, "Okay, let's go, let's go." And she kind of like stumbles the first step, and she's like, "Let's go, let's go, let's go back, back."
Back.
And you guys back. As you guys walk back, she's like magenta. As you guys are walking back, Talani.
Brow blushes.
Yeah.
Very sober way to
So
pick up
Talani,
somebody.
as you and Chrisitha get there, you guys see that pretty much the whole crew has partied at some point. Even Julian, he's not plastered. He hasn't drunk too much with you guys. You see, he's sitting on the deck. He's writing. He's playing a game with the 2 younger guys. It looks like they went and did some of the younger teen festivities, but came back. He's playing chess with them on the deck.
He had half a beer. He's having the best night of his life.
Yeah, he's kind of having a hot toddy. You know, that's his preferred drink.
Wow.
You know.
I was
So-
actually in my
Respectful
head. I was
judgment.
like, Julian seems like an old-fashioned type here.
You know what? It's very much that the 1920s style drinks. He likes old fashioned. He likes gin and tonics.
Pimp's cup.
Yeah, it's anything that you can put in a rocks glass is very much what Julian would drink. It's something he can drink
miss
while
cocktails.
he's
Straight
writing
Jameson.
or drinking, or not drinking, writing or playing chess. Something while something while
It's
he
something
can think.
that you can say at 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm having an old-fashioned, and
Yeah.
everyone's like,
And people are like, seems classy.
He can also milk it for a while
While being a
because he gets
daytime alcoholic.
distracted by literally everything.
Jameson with a golf ball ice.
Pretty much, yeah. But you know, he kind of tips his cup to you guys. Welcome back. Lordio left with quite a contraption.
He sure did.
Where do you get all the wood?
You know, there
Did you put it on the ship?
there was quite a lot of wreckage that washed up after that storm. He promised he wasn't making any weapons with it, so we kind of just let him.
I mean, that thing could certainly be used as a weapon, but you can say it's about anything.
We made him promise that he's going to dismantle it before we go. It seems like a bit of a liability and a lot of weight to keep on the ship.
Let him have his fun.
He can, but, when we leave tomorrow or the next day. Anyway, glad you're back.
How are things here? I
Well-
see you're getting a little wild with your hot toddy.
Such a funny combination.
Spicy night. There you
I,
It is a spicy night. He added cinnamon.
it's been a lot of things happening all at once. And I know we haven't come to any conclusive end for a lot of it. But I feel like we haven't been able to get any closure with any of the obstacles we've had along the way. It's been running away or somebody taking things, and I feel like this was a more of a solidified win for us than a lot of the shit that we've been going through lately. I know we do have other people and people that you met, leads, but this feels like the first time that we really walked away kind of accomplishing something instead of and then. So it just feels nice to take a breath.
And then to Luritan.
So, take a breath, Julian.
I still gotta get to my family. But yeah.
But that is the next step, We accomplished something great. You can unclench your butthole now.
Inspirational.
Oh, I'm an inspiration for that, thank you.
Julian attempts to unclench butthole. You rolled a 19? He actually takes a breath.
The diamond drop out.
I need that.
Some more comes in from off screen.
It's for Grillmore.
The Grillmore band. Julian's stress nuggets.
I regret nothing.
But he says, we have a lot of questions. We have to parse some of the things from that journal, but I know we also have Tabula's a week and a half away at least, and Morsk is a day or two from that. But I know that some of our group has learned some things about their family. And so, I have been, and he kind of pours another drink, and he adds a little bit extra whiskey this time, and he goes...
He adds another half finger.
Another half finger of whiskey, and he's like, I have been
It's not even a half.
preparing, that it might be a little bit longer till I see my family, because damn it, I like all of y'all.
That's very nice, Julian.
Well, I mean, you guys are kind of like family for the last few months, so I'm helping my family out here too.
Yeah. That's a very nice way to put it, yeah. I mean, you've been helping your family, like, by doing this and by helping us.
Oh, I met you.
Yes. No, we are on the same page. But you're helping, you have two...
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Listen, I added a whole other half finger.
I know, I
here.
saw. You're so messy.
Anyway,
Listen,
and he drinks
listen.
the rest.
Alcohol
checkmate.
should be fun, not a crutch.
You're right. And he checkmates the two
Talani takes another
teenagers, and they're
huge
like,
swig of the fireball.
the teenagers switch, and Chrysitha goes off to her area. You go to your room, and the ball in the middle, like, and it's
Is there a sock on the door?
No, there isn't a sock on the door.
Okay.
Sirmia is definitely. You meant just sleeping, right?
Yeah.
She's snoring, and as you walk in, Maltea's like right there between her legs and is like trying to get comfortable.
Wow.
You
Like,
know we have
it's
a
certainly
trundle
like-
bed, right, honey?
Exactly what was on the tip.
Maltea's being body scissored, but in that way that you like might pass out.
Yes,
from.
she's like wrestling, just like jujitsu, like Americana, like.
I taught Simia that move.
I kinda like it though.
That's what I do with my mono body.
As you walk in, you see that the ball like, and it comes to Mono in pajamas. He's got his like little stocking cap on and matching like. He's
It
like,
is
"Yes,
Mono at the
yes,
top. You still
hello.
see the chiseled like chest.
Are
how
you
are
there,
you?
Maltea? Hello, hello. Is Talani? Is she back yet, Maltea?
Oh
He's
yeah,
like,
but
"Are you
Matea's right. She's trying to sleep.
Oh, sorry. She said you'd be back soon. I've been calling every few minutes, but it's hard to hear over Sirmia's. And it's just like
She's a very loud sleeper. Yeah.
she is rather charming though in her own way. And as he's like saying this, you see like somebody open up a fridge in the back, and you see behind Mono, Crescinda, still with her copper ring, but she's in like full unemployed, like going down a like just a unproductive spot. She's in like
The
Full
gray
house
throat.
coat.
yes,
Yes.
absolutely. She's 100% like bunny slippers. The legs haven't been shaved for a while. Like she's living her most free life. And she's like, "Oh, is that Talani?" And she's
Crescinda, how are you?
and she absolutely just shoves Mono's face out of the way.
Oh, okay.
And he's still there. You can see the rest of his body, but she definitely like shoves his face out of the way.
I did need a reference photo. So.
And she's like,
I take a screenshot.
Dear, we've been worried sick. This fucker will not shut up about you and the other two little fuck-offs.
and Maltea's like, "I heard that," and she's like, "I love you, darling."
I blush so hard that it's like that like transparent like anime like pink blush that
Yeah,
like
like
is
the
like
lines.
over my cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rose sparkle background.
My eyes get huge and start glittering.
And she's
It's like the,
Listen, you and your friend, you and all of us Ilbrook girls gotta stick together.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, sister. But listen, that little toady-toad Malwa was sticking his little nose around here, sniffing around, asking for Sirmia.
Oh, I bet he was.
Yes, but
It's a snake.
yes. He's got some people looking out for red hair cuts people in
Sirmia.
half. Sirmia,
Mhm.
that one.
I roll over and smash an end table in my sleep.
Here's the force one to speak. I'm sorry, real quick. I better move her arm, otherwise Maltea will pass out. So, excuse me.
But listen, you gotta be careful. Me and Mono, we're gonna try and make it to Tabla in maybe about 3 weeks time, if we can. We've still got a little bit of connections there. Maybe have a little bit of vacation and maybe get these Ilbrook guards off us. But you know, be careful, because that Melwa guy they've got the eyes. They got the eyes on us.
Got the eyes.
He does. Do you know what other
The
resources
wandering
he's been
eyes.
pulling? Like, does he have spies on different islands? Is he chartering like boats and stuff? Or is he just being just like a general like snivelly creep? I know these are a lot of questions, and you might not
And
be
she
the
just
best
grabs whatever she's drinking, and
because
at
he's
which
a real
point
creep.
Mono kind of like pushes her out of the way and goes,
Drinking right out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Cabernet.
Some of the intricacies. Crescinda is.
She
Vague.
tips out the box.
Yeah, exactly. Is a little fuzzy.
Smash the back.
No.
There's no
Melwa has a vast amount of resources at his disposal. He seems content at the moment, sending his crew of personal guard out, gathering information. But our resources have let us know that he is actively looking for Sirmia, while in person being stuck with whatever his mother requires of him at the academy. He is a creep.
When will he learn? You know, I don't think he'll ever learn. She's
think he will
just
either.
not into him. Anyway.
Be mindful. I don't know how far he will be pushed or what the situation is that he is dealing with and the Ilbrook Academy himself with Ursul. We have not seen her. Last we heard from her was when she took over my sister and stabbed me through the chest, so...
Real
It's
bitch.
still a little at large in terms of our interactions, but she's in the news. Her guards are about and continuing their occupancy, so just wanted to make sure you're still being safe. And just to let you know that if you happen to find some free time and heading that way, Crescinda and I will be in Tabula in about 3 weeks' time.
Can we?
TJ, real
Yes.
quick. The Winterfest, is that
2 months away. And it's in Osnabrück.
It's Osnabrück. That's what. I always get confused if it's Tabula or Osnabrück.
So Tabula is where you guys are headed because that's the port to get to Julian's house. Also,
Yeah.
you guys were just like, I need a break from these fucking islands for a second.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the New York of Fantasy World.
Yeah.
Shopping. That's about a week and a half away.
Can you sail at night now?
Pretty much.
In
There's
the place
still
where-
certain areas. There's still like some dangerous things that come out at night, but it's not like rife with literal everything like it was before. There's
Keep
still
the fog lights on.
Yeah, keep the
to
fog
main
lights on.
roads, and
It's
you'll
still
be fine.
higher risk. It's not like certain death like it was before.
And where's Ilbrook Academy?
So Ilbrook is
by Osnabrück.
yeah, it's kind of by Osnabrück. It's on the other end of things.
Okay.
So from where you are now, it would be almost a month to the west. To the west. That's Ilbrook Marsh. It is very close to Tun Moyen. It's kind of as close to the center mist as Balikar is to the south.
Why have a high school in the center of the mist?
Because Ilbrook's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
No sleep. Go kill zombies.
Excuse
Why
me.
have a
However,
wizarding school right next to a haunted
so in
forest?
terms of you as Talani and as Liz,
Where the spoopy things
with
are.
the timing of everything, of where you approximately are, to like the south by southeast is the Gravemouth Key. That's where you've learned Sirmia's siblings are. That's about a little. It's like between a week and a week and a half. It's 8 days a week, so it's like 12 days to get there.
Sorry about that.
I know, but it was the only way to get exactly 40 days every month. That's about 12 days to the south to get to the spot on the map where her siblings are. The Gravemouth Key, you get there in 8 days. Straight south from here, you take the Morning River Straits into the Gravemouth Key. And then from there, Tabula's about a week and a half. From where you are, Tabula's currently about 12 days. So it's equidistant to Tabula, but then Morsk is about another 3 days. To Sirmia's family, to them it's about 12 days. And then from there to Tabula, it's about another week. And again, you still have 2.5 or a month and a half of, or 3/4 of a month of travel of flex time if you diverted down south before you went to Tabula.
Okay.
And you would still arrive with about half a week to a week of flex time before or when they might arrive too. So they wouldn't be waiting too long as long as you guys don't get lost or die. But just so you know, in terms of the time frame, you wouldn't be infringing on anything, and even then, you would have more than a month of time before Winterfest.
TJ, I'm gonna tell you right now. if Talani dies before she gets to make out with Mono, Liz will die, and I will come back and haunt you.
Oh man.
Wow.
Weird.
Dark. Okay.
Emotionally.
Okay.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Back in
Well,
character.
get in line. I'm already gonna haunt him twice as much because
Yeah.
he killed
I
me.
keep killing them all the time.
Yeah.
But you don't have a beautiful boy waiting for you.
So, the evening
You
goes
don't
on.
know that.
Oh, hold on.
Sorry.
I would like to close up this call.
No.
You know, Manos, that's crazy because we are actually going to be heading to Tabula. Eventually, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 3, it could be 4. It's, you know, there are some things we have to take care of course. A lot of loose ends to tie up, so to speak.
Yes.
To weld together. But then I look back at Maltea. Is she trying to sleep right now?
Kinda. She's doing as best she can.
Okay, that's...
She's
I'll
been partially concussed. And
Yeah.
knocked out.
I will take what I can get. When I get to Tabula, would you like to, I don't know, get some coffee or something?
And you hear Crescenda.
Shut up, Lucinda! I take a pillow, not the body pillow. I take a pillow off my bed and I throw it at her while still looking at the screen.
In my head, the mono body pillow gets ready. Oh! And the pillow comes.
I believe we could set some time aside for that.
Excellent. I take out my pocket planner. Then it's a date.
I will put it in mine too. And he pulls out his pocket planner.
Is it a Lisa Franklin? Because that's what I have.
It
to.
is.
I like the
Pink
fact that
dolphins.
neither of them looked at the pocket planner. They just both went.
That's actually one of the things you learn in fiction school.
You must make eye contact with the person as you fill out the date.
That way you know their intentions.
Cuts to them 5 minutes later going through the pocket planner. Okay, we said the 5th, so erase that. It's in the middle of the page.
So it says, Veldelver's potluck's been erased.
Fuck says.
The
Okay,
potluck was
then we will
great.
see you. We have a lot of things to take care of. If there's anything else, just you know how to reach me.
Absolutely.
And we'll keep an eye out for Malva.
Very good. Be safe.
Thank
I'll,
you.
Talk
You
to you
too.
soon.
I'll talk to you later. Later.
Face gets smushed out of the way. Bye. Miss you.
Bye, sweetie. Have a good night.
Oh my God, Mama.
Take an aspirin.
I love you so much. And she's
I
like
know,
pinching
you're
one of
wonderful.
the- Oh, you, boy.
She
And-
reaches
Yeah.
she had to reach my face, but she just knocks
Yeah.
the ball off the.
And it falls. You see it hit the ceiling. Goes out. Next morning, you guys, Braddock.
I will say this.
Cassidy?
There's something
Oh.
I'd like to add.
Yeah.
Cassidy.
I had some stuff I want to do today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Go for it.
You set us up for these threats.
No,
Yeah.
please. Cassidy, as the evening goes on, Belinda, he's kind of looking at Lordio, looking at you and going, well, I suppose you're not a complete piece of shit. I can
And that's forward for
Wow.
let
let you in.
let the guys know that you're all right.
Well, I do appreciate that, and again, I do apologize for my previous behavior, and I am trying to be better.
We were both young.
Yes, but hopefully, once my curse is resolved, maybe you'll get to see the real me,
Well, if
and not
they
this facade.
I bet TJ gave
if they
me a
are
calm
also
down.
not a big piece of shit, then I don't know. Come back to the bar and have a drink. Maybe we'll talk.
Very well.
All right.
It was nice to see you again.
You too, Cassidy. She gives you a little slap on the butt and goes off and she finds her drinking group of friends.
Crazy how much it jiggled.
Within the She
Some
did.
say it's still jiggling to this day.
That's a tight butt.
3, maybe 4 full seconds before it stops.
No, daytime Cassidy wakes up in the morning. He's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong with my ass?" Like,
It's a 5-star on it.
Why is he bruised?
What did she do?
Reddick, what would you like to do?
I actually, it's not much. I think it's
Is that 8 on
literally
the Richter scale?
after the cut scene of her ends. I think it's almost just the camera pan. Maybe it's to the camera pan to him, but it would just cut past Braddock and Martine just like sitting on the docks watching like the moon on the water. As it just cuts past.
There's some guy playing an instrument somewhere on some boat in this dock. The empty bay kind of carrying the sound for everybody really in this
Little
ending sort
mist
of
on
scene.
the dock.
It's playing into your on the bay hotel. Everyone's just sort of resting on this like accordion by the bay. The sounds of the waves coming in.
I was gonna say they're sitting there with the moonlight going in, and all of a sudden this random musician just goes, "Anyway, here's Wonderwall."
I wasn't expecting that.
Looks like you guys
Martine
are ready for that
throws
one.
the stuff
Well, your
sheet
kids
back
are
in.
going to enjoy it.
I guess the musician's on shuffle today.
Yeah. Mort, what did you want to do?
Mort's gonna, after dropping Ginny off, it's, I had a very good time. I guess
Go into the woods.
no. Yeah, if I'm around, you'll know, and I can reach out to you. I know spells and stuff.
Cool. Okay, that's cool.
Has she ever done a crime?
Yeah, that's what I thought about asking her. I'm not gonna check.
You should totally ask her what we
She's
were
like,
wrong.
anyway, and she opens the door, starts to go in, and she turns around and gives you a kiss on the cheek. And kind of like looks at you and looks away and she goes, "Kenny, we bye!" And then she shuts the door.
Have a good day.
Beep! And then she shuts the door, opens it again, goes, "Yes, you too, okay, bye, thanks, talk to you soon, bye." Shuts the door again.
Bye.
Oh, what was it? Okay, bye. Shuts the door again. Okay, bye. And then you hear Alicia from the back. "Oh, shut the goddamn door!" And she's like, "Okay, I gotta go. Bye."
Bye.
She shuts, and then like as she shuts the door, she opens up the blinds.
Mort starts walking away, and kind of while he's making his way back to the ship, he is gonna kind of reach into his pocket and pull out the little thing that gives him the one-way trick to his Balba. He's gonna kind of just run his thumb over it. He's not gonna.
Is this about to happen?
He's not using it yet, but he's just kind of examining it.
Mort's just not there in the morning, you guys. This is really how he brings in the
Our healer's gone.
Yeah. So anyways, Mort's gonna get back to the ship.
That's whatchamacallit.
Yes, that's what we call it.
So everyone has had their evening, yes?
You,
Oh, wait, I wasn't done.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh.
Get back to the ship. Go ahead, Mort.
Mort's gonna find somewhere private that he can, cast a little spell. Mort's gonna cast Commune. You contact your deity or a divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no.
Big night for Mort.
You bring it out. You've been taught how to do this before, and it's very much you set up a small little altar in front of you, and you light a candle, as it were.
Yeah. Mort's going to first ask to Zabalba, are you alone?
You up?
Please.
The light, the candle flame, as you kind of reach out and you get that divine connection, the flame shifts to a green light, and then it goes to like a normal green light, and then as you ask the question, the light dims a little bit.
Is that a no or a yes?
That's a no.
That's a no.
You would understand when the light when the flame goes down, it's a no. When it grows in intensity,
cool.
it's a yes.
Mort's second question, is she there?
It grows in intensity.
And Mort's third and final question, does she know who I am?
It grows in greater intensity.
And then goes out. Because that's the last of my questions.
Yep.
What? When did you get in here?
turn around to see the entire ship. I
Leave me alone!
How was your date with Ginny? We just wanted to know. How'd you do, man?
There's
Just rooting
a
for you,
random
bud.
fox. There's just a random fox sitting there.
You know, I brought my buddy Ron.
That's with two N's.
There's a solid chance that Mort's not there. You guys. We don't have to do this session now.
Wait, you what? What do you want to
I said there's a solid chance that Mort will be gone when you guys wake up.
What?
So, not popping it right now, but you know, I think Mort's gonna start penning a little note.
Okay.
Are we moving to the next day already?
Yeah, we are moving to the next.
Yeah.
God damn! So I guess we have to decide what I'm doing.
I guess you might have to decide.
Mort's gonna pen a note. And it's just going to say like, basically, just no matter what happens, I love all of you. Please don't cry if I don't come back.
Sentimental.
And slips it under Braddock's door again. Just like the last time he disappeared.
And Brad's gonna read this and just go like, okay, I gotta find Martine last time.
Have
more reasons
Mark's
to find
gonna do the
Martine.
thing.
Oh shit. Okay.
If we lose
So,
our blade cleric, we're
Braddock,
fucked.
as you're saying goodnight to Martine and she's walking back,
Look at the
you
stroke
guys
of
have a nice
midnight.
little kiss. You're walking back.
That's why Mort ran away.
The teenagers are playing chess against each other now. You can see, as is usually the case, there's usually only two people. I guess three with Lordio there now. There's usually only three people at max who stay up as late as you do on the ship, and that's Julian, Chrysopha, and you, and Lordio.
Lordio on a pure cocaine energy.
Pretty much. He's on a Fae-driven, just no sleep run. But Julian is there sleeping. He's tipsy. You know he doesn't drink much, but he's buzzed enough. You can see he's got a little tiny red tint to his nose. But he's not
One
drunk.
and a half fingers.
Yeah,
of,
pretty much
booze
1.5
tonight.
fingers. But he looks and he
One
goes,
and a half
Captain.
fingers of booze tonight.
And you guys kind of tip to each other, and he offers a little. You can see outside from his hot toddy, he brings out a little flask, and he takes a swig of that. Oh.
I'll take, a swig and
It's dwarven whiskey.
my equivalency of a
Yes.
swig of it,
Yeah.
which is, more than he's had of alcohol all of tonight.
Good night for everybody. And as he says that, you guys see in one of the rooms, you kind of like are leaning off the side, enjoying the scenery, as you were with Martine, just taking in the scenery.
It's a good night there.
You guys, you're caught by a bright flash of green light coming out of one of the light rooms, and then
I
nothing.
will go examine, because that's different.
Yeah. And this is like 4:30. It's it's one of those nights where you've partied so late the bars are closed, and then you do you stayed up late with Martine, and now you're with your buddy who are both coming back from whatever your after party was. The sun's probably going to be up sooner than later at this point, so everyone else has been dead asleep for a few hours.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Julian. What's wrong?
Yep, exactly. And so you go down. The rest of the ship's out.
Yeah, I guess he's fine.
And you open up the door, and there is a circle in the middle of the room, a candle sort of tossed over to the side, a circle of ash, not like all ash. It's like a perfect ring, I guess I should say, of ash. In the middle of the ring is the opened empty box that you saw Mort get. And you see a note placed off to the side.
I'll read the note. And...
Yeah, it says basically what I said earlier.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna discuss this with Martine in the morning.
It is the morning.
Oh my god, okay! So you guys wake up the next day.
I don't exactly know. I don't know the magic stuff.
Martine's probably gonna be mad at me if you bring her the box.
I
Braddock
wouldn't know any better.
is
I'm gonna be in trouble.
not there in the morning. When you guys wake up, he's already gone. Christopher says that he took his breakfast to go. He took some coffee, and he's already...
And then
You're surrounded. You wake up. It's like the hangover scene after the party with all of you and your brothers Cassidy. It's just like all the monks. You guys had a party. There's townsfolk. You guys clearly. There's people cleaning it up. Like they're not leaving it to rot, but it's very much like, oh man, all right, now we gotta wait a few more months before the next big party.
So
Like,
I did not sleep on the ship. I slept in the like.
With Realmore, I thought we said you went and partied.
The
more
Mother's
with your
Spirit is
mom.
just like
Yeah, Cassidy, I figured you went
sweeping
back on the
monks
ship.
with a
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cassidy
Cassidy
went
with
back.
your mom, whoever they
Yeah,
do this
yeah, but
every
Cassie
year.
went back to the ship.
Yeah, it's peaceful. Sermia, you wake
all
up
of them.
great,
They're so small, I
Sermia.
don't know what they're
Althea's
doing.
like she's kind of cricking her neck. She's like, oh, that was... Got it. Got it. Maybe a queen size. Maybe a queen size next.
The trick is to enlarge
So
yourself
then in the
liver's
morning,
bigger so you can drink more.
Grailmore like.
I don't know if an
like
enlarged
says
liver
goodbye
is what you want to do
to
here.
his fellow monks and then starts walking back to the
Bladder.
ship.
You gotta go
Okay.
with bigger bladder.
As you walk back to the ship, as everyone else is kind of waking up, you see at the foot of the ship, Chrysitha is standing on the dock looking down at a kitsune with a water dragon on his shoulder. It's like, and who the fuck are you now? Coming here. We're missing a cleric. We're missing our captain.
And we're missing our monk.
Oh, hi. My name's Ron. I met a buddy of yours last night, Braddock. Braddock, me and him talked last night.
Well, he's not here right now. Give me persuasion.
Ooh, all
Trying to
right.
figure out how to
And
mispronounce
I
this
ran.
name.
Ran. Persuasion.
That's what I was
I'm
saying.
bad at persuasion.
Or?
Does that have 2 ends in it?
Third, no, 12.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
You get it.
I was really
She kind of looks at you,
It's like, oh,
looks
wow.
to the dragon, and goes, "Do you guys mind if we bring this fucker aboard while we wait for Braddock to come and say whether he knows him or not? Unless someone here can vouch for him."
Oh, that's Ren!
If I could pet the,
Yeah,
All
the
right.
dragon.
I met this one too. She gave my.
You
my-
don't even remember my name?
Wow.
What's your business here, Ron?
You never told me your name. You
That's
just.
ridiculous. I say my name all the time.
You,
Perfect.
Literally, right now!
There's no way that I didn't say it around
I
Literally,
only
you
talk
didn't
in the third
Literally,
person.
you didn't even
except when I
talk to me.
said
You just
now.
asked my water dragon if it wanted some salami, and then you walked away.
That's actually exactly what.
That is actually true.
So as
I know.
She-
Line doesn't
she
know this
gave- she had like a magic board and gave
What-
my.
I know she's all about the cheese and the salami.
Yeah,
So what's your business here, Ron? We're not here for a big chit chat. We're leaving town once the dwarf gets back to pull us out of port.
Oh,
I was just hoping I could catch a ride with you guys. You seem like a good group. I thought you could use a little bit of help. Sounds like you guys are missing some people anyway, so I figured I could hop on and
We
offer my
actually have a
services.
full crew
Sleep
now.
in the brig.
I can just.
The dragon could
What
sleep
are
with
you
me.
good at?
Oh, I'm good at tracking. I'm good at. I got a freaking dragon. That thing will bite the shit out of you.
Let's go to point there, Salami.
I know, the dragon is really nice and
The
cool.
dragon is nice. We might be able to pet it.
I did feed it some salami last night, that's true.
Shit. Why didn't I pet it when you fed it salami? And I say, hey, yeah, we're still talking about you. We're still corroborating.
Oh, I can hear because I have the fox ears.
Yeah, close your ears!
They like go down to his
Shy
head
and
and
very
earmuff
cute.
themselves.
You know, there's a
What you
trust
think?
exercise.
Do this on the board.
How cool are you?
On earmuffs off.
How cool are you?
Oh, I can be real cool. So I haven't like been with people in a while, and it would just be really cool to like be with some people for a while. And you guys seem like you're good people, so
Do you not have friends already?
I've mostly been traveling with Mare here for years. We haven't really met a whole lot of people here.
She leans into you guys. Yeah, what'd you say?
He seems pretty socially awkward.
Yeah, that's true, but I gotta say, I'm not sure if the blind confidence is either making him more cool or less cool.
I mean, he seems pretty open about the fact that he doesn't have any friends already, which is ironically a pretty cool thing.
So aloof.
It's so
What?
uncool, it's cool again.
I mean, at this point, you're not
Around
doing
this
much of
time,
the
while
labor
you
around
guys
here.
are arguing,
What's
I walk
one more
past. Oh,
hand?
hey,
We
Ron,
got
how's it
tracking.
I walk
Told you I knew
past the
Braddock.
Tell you what, you gotta earn your keep by helping us out, keeping the ship safe.
You got it. I can do whatever you want. What do you want me to do? I'm fast as a fox. Get it? That's not a thing, is it?
How good are you
I
at
like
fighting
him.
undead?
Oh, I can fight him really good. I don't know if you noticed my cloak, and I have my little cloak on. That's it's like a black cloak around me, and it's kind of smokes a little bit. This bad boy hides me from the undead. I can sneak right.
Cloak of invisibility, I see.
Basically, but just for the undead, you know. Not.
So, sorry.
No, you're
What's
good.
your take on that, Cassidy?
Braddock, as you're going around, you find Martine. She goes, Braddock, good to see you. You look... there's a sweat upon you. What's wrong?
This is going to sound weird.
We're almost done, by the way. We're doing some close-ups for everybody.
I'll be honest with you. Came back to the ship last night, and there was a weird flashing of lights, and we couldn't find Mort. And the last time Mort disappeared, he had something to do with you. He went off for additional training with you.
I honestly was hoping that I had heard you were here. I could run into him and pass on some information. If he's missing, I don't know. A green light, you say?
Yeah, and then about that point, I'll show I'll have the letter pulled up, and I'll have the box too, because I would have brought that.
And then she's like, that box was where?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know what that is.
What did you? Was it just there? Was it sitting there? Was it open? What was going on with the box?
It was open. I mean. What
Is
happened?
that your full name?
All I know is he got
Mort doesn't
Where did
respond.
he get his hands on one of these?
a hag.
A swamp hag.
Braddock is now looking at this. It's like, oh, there goes the relationship for a couple more years.
Oh no, this really set me back.
You're going to let me know and keep your eyes
I
on
just see
this
black
when
and-
Mort returns.
Yes, I will. Yep.
He's in the box.
If Mort returns.
What is your last name? Golrun.
Go ruined.
Braddock Golrun.
Yes.
Look at me right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Our
Yes, ma'am.
Mort.
I'm not mamming her right now.
Our Mort
really
You're in trouble.
is currently
Yeah.
not on this plane. Whatever wild hair has crawled up his ass has inspired him to set foot into the realm of Shibalba itself.
That's where Paz went.
Presumably, I don't fucking know presumably why, but he's there. I may be able to reach him and help him, but it's going to take some time and some resources. You have things to worry about. He will... I will work on this and get to you when I have some information. But keep this near. He should... If he figures out or comes back, it will be with this as the center point. So keep it safe. Keep it near.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
And pray that you get your hands on Mort before I do. When he returns.
Yes, Martine.
Good. And she plants a big old wet one on you. And goes...
There's so many
Gives you a
feelings
slap
here.
on the cheek and goes, I'm going to strangle that boy. And just walks off towards her ship. And you can see her huffing and puffing, talking in some version of Lubran Creole in the area. It's a language you don't quite understand.
And then Braddock will walk, take a moment, then walk back to the ship / do like a half jog thing as they're all arguing and just hey Ron.
So you guys are
Walk back up to the ship, start backing up the ship.
Grillmore's on the ship by the time that Braddock and everybody else is on there. And Christopher goes, great. Well, if we are all met, Mort's aside being accounted for, with Braddock being back.
Yeah, everybody, we're leaving.
Where are
right
we
now.
headed
We're
to?
gonna
Where's
go.
the destination?
Where's Mort?
I guess you could come on, man.
Hey, what are we doing?
Ran.
Tabula, Gravemouth
That's what I said.
What's, where
That's
to?
what I said. Ran.
Ran.
With two,
What's
with
our
two
fox
ends.
friend? Ron with two ends.
Tabula we go.
Ran with two-
Tabula?
Actually,
Tabula,
if it's
I guess.
easier, you could just say Ron with one end. It's a little shorter.
Very good. So are we going to Tabula then? Is that where we want to go?
I think that's.
That is where Braddock is
Sammy?
currently backing the
What?
ship up with intention
Do you want to go to Tabula
Get
first?
me the
First,
fuck
the whole
out
way.
of Lubra.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose
Oh
it's
wait,
your choice.
am I the decision maker for
You
where
could
we're
be.
going?
She
You
wants
could
to know if
be.
you want to go to the Gravemouth Key where your
No,
siblings
send
are,
me
or
a-
to Tabula.
Braddock
Wait,
was
which
driving.
two?
I pulled Sirmia aside. Sirmia, do you want to find your siblings? Like, we have a lead on where they are.
Yeah, but
I can visit you all the way, sister.
You guys are leaving the bay. You can head south if you want. It's still a trading route.
Right, get your ass on the ship.
Oh. Where's the Great Mouth Key in
So
relation
the Gravemouth
to...
Key is
talked about this
basically a
last night.
12-day trip south.
I don't
to
know why
get
everybody's
to
giving
the
you
place
trouble.
Where they are. It's about 8
They
days
didn't
to
know
the
I knew you.
general island key, and then
I
from
like
there
just
it's
go
about
up and put a
another
little,
week
little
to
ball.
Tabula.
So
Okay, so it's on the way, basically.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay,
it's a
then
minor
Then
diversion.
it's a no-brainer.
You brought the beer, right?
So we go to
I
your...
thought it was in the opposite
I
direction.
open
I
up
just
my
felt
cloak
like
and it's just
we would
lined
go
with
there
beers.
on the way to...
Just about a 7-day trip out of the way. Okay. Yep.
It's been a weird morning already.
Should you be drinking and
So
voting?
Sirmia says
Yeah,
we're
Ron,
going
it's
to
a great day to
Gravemouth
be out
Key.
driving. What? Sorry.
Sirmia says we're going
I'm
to Gravemouth
driving.
Key.
The fuck you are!
Slap fight, slap fight, slap fight.
We beats the bar.
Sirmia has voiced she would like to go to the Gravemouth Key.
Gravemouth Key, is that where everybody wants to go?
Yeah.
It is where her siblings are.
Everyone raise your hands.
Okay.
Witch gave you.
John, raise your hand. Right now.
Or you're off the
Good boy.
boat.
My vote counts as 2.
The dragon's not raising his hand.
All right. And you guys start towards the Morning River
Nobody touches
Straits,
the
which is kind of the
thing
trade
but
route that takes you safely
I
through.
drive.
And that's where you'll pick up with them.
Just instant
Now that I know the
This
direction
was
we are
my
going.
decision.
Mort. We'll
That
do
was
2
one of
little
the fun
cutscenes at the end
times.
here.
Oh,
Mort,
cutscene.
you in a green light flash. It is dark, a kind of general purple light. It's kind of like golden hour all the time around here, but it's almost like towards the end of it, it's not the golden light. It's like the purplish light that hits the sky. And you can smell water. It's a lot of dark rocks around here, and you come around a bend. And it smells just kind of like brine, like the general water of, you can see it's a river. As you can see, there's a tide. It's definitely going, but you can't see the other end of the river. If you look at the water too long, it almost seems like faces come up out of the water and go back down. And then you smell like a sweet smoke. And you hear a laugh coming off to the side, and you turn, and you do not see them there on the shore before. There is a long, sort of decorative ship. It's almost like a gondola, except it can fit a few people. It's got a covered roof. There is a person in a tall robe with an oar on the back, but standing at the front in a very lounge-like position in a well-worn kind of purple velour velvet tuxedo with a tall top hat, face, dark-skinned face painted with a skull over their face, and they've got a cigar or some sort of rolled smoking instrument in their hands. It looks like a cigar. They pull it out with their fingerless gloves. Again, at one time were probably very fancy, but well-worn, and they tap it and they lift the head up. Mort, you would recognize this as a death cleric, as the lead psychopomp Baron Sam D. This looks like the grand usher of souls to the afterlife. He stands up, walks towards you, supernaturally tall, taller than Talani, tall, lanky legs. Well. And he kind of leans in, like right at the hip, all the way down to your face.
Ooh.
Hi.
Hi.
And he kind of reaches out and pinches your cheek. Ooh. Looks back, there's a raven on the edge of the boat. We got a supple one here. All right, well, what brings you to, this festive place?
Passing through, I suppose. I'm on my way to see Sebulba.
You can say it, it's fine. Well, and he kind of gestures over. You can see kind of part of the puzzle box is a little kind of wooden key comes out. They can see it's still in your hand. Sniffs about. I can see y'all took the express train here. Only a few folks topside have access, so let's give you the express ride, shall we? Hop on aboard. Gestures over to the boat.
Mort immediately gets on with, like, no hesitation or fear.
All right. and away we go. He reaches into his coat, pulls out a bottle of half-drunk rum, and he goes, "Careful, swig."
I swig.
All right. We got a party. And he pulls as you go off into the mist part, and you can see an emerald city of tall Gothic towers sort of off in the distance as you're going across what you know as the River Styx, with Baron Sam D just singing a song with you as you are traveling alone on this barge.
Yeah, Mort's just sitting there super pensively, just tapping.
Cool.
Push-ups.
No, just
And
very
you know
stressed.
what? we don't need to do any other little villain. Tasty. The only
Villain?
thing, villain. We don't have to do any other little tasty
So
morsels.
Mort's
The only
the
thing
villain.
is
Got
a
it.
little cutscene at the end where you
This has been
see
foreshadowed for a
Balthiel
long
and
time.
Zareth sitting in whatever their HQ is, and Balthiel just kind of looks over at Zareth and he goes, "Are those cat scratches?" And Zareth's just like, "Fuck off." He's just wiping the cat scratches on his face. That's the only little bit from them. Alright, cool, great, awesome. You guys are still level 9, but we're getting close to the Gravemouth Key. I knew you guys were going to ask. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you guys for coming. I hope everybody feels rewarded for a lot of hard work and a night of just fun RP and relationship stuff. I got to flirt with everybody at the table, except for the fox. Anyway,
Rand's married to his dragon.
Fran's married to the dragon. Fran is married to the dragon. Next week, join us as we go into the Gravemouth Key. And I'll email some of you guys or send DMs to some of the noble folks about some of the lore of the area.
So what am I going to find out? No.
So if anything from what you guys messaged me has like drastically changed after tonight, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to move forward with what you let me know. And you and I will talk about fuck this week moving forward.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Woo!